State Champs Sports Network is presented by Lawrence Technological University. Be curious, make magic. Visit ltu.edu today. State Champs Game Time Live is delivered by Hungry Howie's Pizza, home of the original flavored crust pizza. State Champs Game Time Live is also brought to you by Reaction Technologies. Up your game. Go to reactiontechnologies.com for more information. The Construction Association of Michigan, the voice of the construction industry in Michigan. Alta Equipment, Michigan's #1 construction equipment provider, proudly representing the industry's top brands. Get the right equipment for your project every time with Alta Equipment. And the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
And welcome into Midtown Detroit. It's the nightcap here of the Zenith Prep Kickoff Classic, along with my broadcast partner, Grant Perry. My name is Sean Beligian. Grant, let's get right to it. Hey, listen, Detroit King, not only one of the best programs in the city of Detroit, one of the best programs anywhere in the state of Michigan.
Yeah, absolutely. They had a good tradition over there. Lost their coach in Ty Spencer, moved on to the west side of the state, but they found another one in Terrell Patrick, who's been around the program for years. They do a great job of producing athletes and getting back to the state finals. 3 appearances in the last 5 years, back-to-back wins in 21 and 22, and they produce a lot of athletes coming out of that school.
Well, what a finish to the Zenith Prep Kickoff Classic here on State Champs Game Time Live. Michigan and Ohio. This guy knows a little something about Michigan and Ohio, but Cleveland Heights comes in tonight.
It'd be interesting to see the matchup. I mean, Cleveland Heights comes in already having played in their Week 1 game, so that's the thing to watch out for, see who's making the most mistakes. Cleveland had the opportunity to clean those up here coming in their Week 2, but you got to watch out for Marquise Davis. I mean, the kid's explosive, committed to go play ball in the SEC at Kentucky, thought about going to Michigan, but went down to SEC. He's electric, one to watch out for.
This should be one to watch, and that's why you're here. Don't you go anywhere. We've got game time action for you right here on the State Champs Network.
At Hungry Howie's, we're famous for flavor, and this is our Chief Flavor Officer. Every hour of every day, our CFO obsesses over the tastiest ingredients to craft the most delicious flavored crust pizzas at the most unbelievable prices. And he's making this summer the summer of flavor. Try Hungry Howie's all-new Backyard Burger Pizza, or pick up a Pickle Bacon Ranch Pizza for a limited time only. Order a large for just $14.99 each.
Hungry
Howie's! At Alta Equipment, we know when it comes to getting your job completed on budget and on schedule, uptime matters. Alta Equipment has partnered with the biggest names in construction, including Volvo, Leeboy, Sonneborn, Avant, ASV, and more to provide the state of Michigan with industry-leading service and support. Alta Equipment services all makes and models, and their technicians are available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Do you have a big project? Alta Rents has you covered with the most diverse rental fleet in Michigan. Give them a call at 844-GO-TO-ALTA today.
Looking for a score, a schedule, a story? MHSAA.com has you covered. Our newly redesigned website has everything you need to follow high school sports in Michigan. And it's optimized for mobile use. Fans can submit scores on a Friday night, check playoff pairings and game times, or read about the student athletes from your community. Your first stop is MHSAA.com. Connect with us online and get everything you need all in one place.
Your persistence and dedication have brought you this far. But the fire of curiosity within you burns to push beyond your limits. LTU is the place where your passions and curiosities can soar, pushing your mind and body to new magical heights. Lawrence Technological University. Be curious. Make magic.
A high score.
A big win.
These things are impressive.
But it's what you don't see that counts.
The years of honing our skills.
The late nights and early mornings.
Pushing through even when it hurts.
The teamwork.
The dedication.
You don't see the hours of practice our team puts into winning games, but it pays off on the field.
And you don't see the years of practice our attorneys put into winning cases, but it pays off in the courtroom. The Detroit Lions.
And 1-800-CALL-SAM.
Winning for you.
Time is
running out. To get the biggest Labor Day discount ever at Gardner White, take an extra 30% off everything. And this Sunday only. Sofas price cut to $295. Lazy Boy only $395. Queen beds slashed to $295. And no interest for 60 months and free same-day delivery. The best deals in Detroit are at Gardner White with an extra 30% off. Final Sunday 11 to 8.
State Champs Game Time Live is delivered by Hungry Howie's, famous for flavor.
Welcome into Midtown Detroit. On the campus of Wayne State University, Tom Adams Field. Boy, we've got a dandy for you tonight. How about Detroit King taking on Cleveland Heights? Along with my broadcast partner, former Brother Rice Warrior and Michigan Wolverine Grant Perry, Kara Lyles down on the field. I'm Sean Belegian, and we're really looking forward to this one. Now, some late breaking news for what it's worth. Some late breaking news. Marquise Davis, the stud for Cleveland Heights, might be out. He might be out. Talked to one of the coaching staff members of Cleveland Heights, and he said he is dinged up and he might be out, Grant Perry. So that's going to be something interesting to keep an eye on.
Yeah, that's a developing story. Marquise Brown was excited to see him go. Still, determining whether or not he's going to go, so we'll see if he steps out there. But, man, he's a game changer, and if he's not out there, that's definitely going to change the game.
I've also been told by both staffs that one of the best linemen in the nation happens to be number 77 for Cleveland Heights, a young man by the name of Sandale Jackson. He's kind of big. He's kind of big at 6'7".
That's some good height right there. Definitely a guy to watch out for in the trenches. Another guy in the trenches to keep an eye on as well is number 56, Jaquan Stubbs, Minnesota commit, basketball kid that has tremendous upside here on the football field. Look for him to be a difference maker today as well.
Just about a minute and a half away from kickoff here. The finale, day 2 of the Prep Kickoff Classic.
And there's been some good games, Sean. Man, this has been a treat to watch, a treat to call, a treat to be here. Couldn't have asked for any better games here this weekend, man.
I want to see if the temperature has dropped a little bit. Boy, it doesn't feel like it up here, but they are saying now about 86 degrees. Well, according to our screen, it's 91. That's what happens. You look at the phone, you look at your screen. There is a severe thunderstorm watch, so the conditions are favorable. Know how that works. Something this time of year you always have to be cognizant of. Hey, who's kidding who, Grant Perry? You know better than anybody with your long and illustrious career. You could hit that rain thunderstorm really any time in August, September, October, and even into November here in the great state of Michigan. Take a look at the officials, some of the crowd here as well. And quite a few people make the trip from Cleveland. About, a little over 3 hours to get to Cleveland. And Cleveland's one of those towns, I think it gets a bum rap, a lot like Detroit gets a bum rap. A lot of things to do in Cleveland. Listen, make no mistake about it, I like Detroit better, but I'm going to give Cleveland a little love there too.
It's a blend of two cities here coming together, a little Michigan, a little Ohio, playing some football. There's always that debate, Ohio versus Michigan, football, who's got the best teams, who's got the best players. Here tonight, we're going to be able to see two highly powered teams from each state duke it out.
Hey, Ohio has always been a juggernaut for producing talent. Make no mistake about that. Give our neighbors to the south some credit. But I'll tell you what, Grant, in recent years, I don't think it's a secret anymore. There's a heck of a lot of talent here in Michigan.
Absolutely. We got really good talent here, producing a lot of guys that come out and do things in college and beyond college. Excited to see what these guys here for Martin Luther King can do as well. See if they represent the state of Michigan.
Of course, before we get this underway, we make sure that we honor our nation with the national anthem. Get this one underway. The Kings sideline all kind of fired up in that familiar mustard yellow jersey. Cleveland Heights, all white. The white helmets, white jersey, white pants, black lettering. Of course, that Detroit King yellow, black lettering as well. Cleveland Heights going to be receiving the kick here to start this one. Boy, Grant, we have been blessed. We saw 3 great games, didn't we?
Yeah, absolutely.
We're 75% done. Let's see what this one holds. Cleveland Heights, for what it's worth, ranked number 10 in the state of Ohio. Pretty darn good team coming up north to Tom Adams Field. Lights coming on here at Tom Adams Field. Squib kick, takes a big King bounce, taken back at the 16-yard line. Starting near side of the field, trying to go to the middle. Great coverage here by King. Got to the 20 and then a big hit. They're all kinds of fired up down there.
You want to talk about a way to get your team started? Do it on special teams. Go run down, make a tackle on kickoff, make a big hit, stop them inside their 20. That's how you get the game started there if you're Martin Luther King.
So let's take a look at Cleveland Heights offense. There you go, Sandale Jackson. We got a circle around him. And look who's taking the field as well, Marquise Davis. He is taking the field. Justin Goldbolt, the quarterback, Marquise Davis, the Kentucky commit, on his right hip. 2 receiver split far side. The give is to Davis. Swarming defense. They look like a hive of bees out there. Burying Davis for no gain to get this one started, 2nd and 10.
The hive of bees is right, swarming to that ball. Jadian Wyndham right there, the safety, number 5, 6'1", 180 junior. They call him the tone setter.
Take a look at their starting lineup. Great job with the graphics again to the state champs crew. Back to pass on 2nd and 10. Lots of time, running out of time, throwing incomplete. Pressure kept coming. Give credit to where credit is due. Xavier Newsom, the D lineman, didn't give up on that play. Now Cleveland Heights faced with a 3rd and 10.
A really good job there, especially by Samari Stevens. He was the slot defender. He was on a blitz. He sees Marquise Davis bubble out for a pass. He aborts the blitz. Man's up Marquise Davis. Quarterback Goldbolt didn't have anywhere to go with it. Result, Xavier Newsom tackle.
Bolt in the shotgun, 3rd and 10. Trying to set up a receiver screen, looking for a block, doesn't get it. Picks up about 5, they needed 10, and Cleveland Heights is going to have to punt.
Talking about playing sideline to sideline, Xavier Newsom again. I mean, that was thrown to the sideline, receiver screen, 6'6", 230-pound, power 4 future recruit, makes that tackle with the effort.
We have to remind ourselves to use the term power 4. I'm glad that you brought that up, because for years, it was Power 5, not any longer. We bid adieu to the Pac-10/Pac-12. King should get the ball in relatively reasonable good field position here. As as they await the punt. Short punt, line drive kick, fair catch called for and made back at the 40-yard line. Deontay Ellington waved the arm, and that is where Detroit King in this offense will take over. And Daryl Flemister leads the team. Flemister leads the team onto the field, starting at their own 40-yard line.
And with Daryl, the quarterback here, you're going to get a really athletic guy that can make some throws, but also can get you in the run game. So be aware he's a dual threat that's looking to have a great sophomore campaign here.
Single back, 2 receivers split near side, 1 far side. Flemister, shotgun formation, going to keep it on the ground. Bottled up in the backfield. Boy, great defensive play. Stepping up, John Daniel Davis, the linebacker, blew that play up for a loss of 2. Take a look at the Martin Luther King offense right there. Great job with the graphics. I have to give our crew credit. Do so much here. Guys that you don't see, but their presence is certainly felt. 2nd and 12 now. Flemister back to pass. Under pressure, tries to set up a screen. Couldn't connect with Michael Dukes, the intended receiver, out of the backfield. So far, Grant Perry, both these defenses flexing their muscle early.
Yeah, they are. They're getting to the football right now. Both the offenses are trying to find what works for them.
3rd and long. Going to set up this time. Daryl Flemister with trips near side, 1 far side. Single back on his right hip. 4-man front for Cleveland Heights. Now empty backfield. Flags fly. Let's see what that was all about.
Dead ball. False start.
False start.
5-yard penalty.
One of the receivers jump?
I believe so. I don't think everyone was set there. Got a guy in motion. I think 2 guys were moving there. I think that's what got him.
All right, so moving back, going to be about, we'll call it 3rd and 16 and a half. They need to get to the midfield stripe. They are just shy of the 34-yard line. Trips near side, 1 far side. At snap, able to control it in, going, and caught! Oh my goodness gracious, 20, 10, 5, touchdown! What a catch by John Allen Jr. Take a look at this, Grant.
Talk about starting the game here. 3rd down and long. What do? You throw it up to one of your big, tall receivers. Number 2 for the defense, Henry Perrymont. Almost got a deflection on it, but that's how you stick with the play there. John Allen Jr., the 6'1", 185 senior, tiptoeing the sideline with great hands.
Tipped it right to him, and down the sidelines he went on a 3rd and 16 and a half. Oh my goodness gracious. How about that? What a start by Detroit King. Point after attempt coming. Look at this, looks like it's old school. Straight toe. Indeed it is. Kick is up, the kick is no good. Pushed it wide. But Detroit King jumps on top, 6-0. Take a look here, Grant.
And way to catch the ball if you're Daryl Flemister. Way to keep it alive. And then number 2, Henry Perryman, the DB for Cleveland Heights there, just gets lost in translation, gets a hand on the ball, but great eye contact and concentration there by John Allen Jr., staying with the play and making an explosive touchdown.
Hungry Howie's is a great partner of the State Champs Network's Mr. Football and Anvil Awards. Hungry Howie's, the original flavored crust pizza. Order your pizza at hungryhowies.com. 66 yards. We're going to call it 66 and a half. Flemister to John Allen Jr. And you are absolutely right. Henry Perriman was looking interception and it just went right off his hands and into the awaiting arms.
And if Perriman had a little bit of better balance, a little bit, maybe got his eyes back a little bit quicker, he might have had a better opportunity to catch that. The old saying goes, if that DB's got his back turned and his eyes turned away from the quarterback, that receiver's open. Give him an opportunity. And that's exactly what Daryl Flemister did, and it worked out in their favor.
Of course, Detroit Martin Luther King High School, not too far away from here. Just a few miles the other side of campus. Here at Wayne State University. 6-0 King. 66-yard touchdown. Got the home side all fired up. Short kick, let's see where this goes. Taken at about the 16-yard line. Met there, again, that swarming defense. Right about the 22-yard line. First one there, as you can see on your screen, Latrell Holman, the senior linebacker, in coverage.
When they say they want 11 hats to the football, coaches are going to pull up that film right there on that kickoff. There's about 7 out of 11 guys tackling him on that play. That's exactly how you want it to look.
So let's see what Cleveland Heights can do on their second possession of this one. 6-0. King on top. They missed the extra point on that kick, so it sits at 6-0. Shotgun formation, trips far side, fake the handoff, swing it outside, tipped. Active hand out there by number 19, Stevens, the linebacker. Got a piece of that and knocked it harmlessly into the ground.
Maury Stevens, a guy that they said has really made big strides this offseason, has truly become a dude on that defense for this King side of the ball.
2nd and 10 now for Cleveland Heights. Justin Godbolt, the senior quarterback, going to hand it off. Bottled up again as Marquise Davis. Nowhere to run. Nowhere to run. Maybe picked up a yard. Let's see where they spot forward progress. They're not even going to give him a yard. Boy, they're all kinds of fired up, are these Crusaders. Grant?
Yes, they are. They're flying around right now, trying to say, hey, you know what? This is Michigan. We play good football up to flex that pass. Gets the defense off the field.
Well, again, the battle of field position. King started this first possession that ended in a 66-yard touchdown pass at their own 40. They should be in the key and operative word, get good field position again. Bad snap, has to fall on it right at the 5-yard line. We're talking about good field position. How about starting at the +5?
Man, you can't beat that. Just a ball going right through Marquez Davis's hands right there. Just got to look it in, got to control it, especially with you being so close to the end zone. Let's check it out here. It looks like it's just going to be a spot by the ref, so no replay on that one. But Marquise Davis fumbles the punt. Here we go. We get a good look at it. Oh, it's going over his head. He tries to hit one hand, tries to stop it. It's a high punt or a high snap. Just has to get on it to avoid any further damage.
1st and goal for King. They are in business. Flymister, shotgun, 2 receivers split near side, 1 far side. Awaits the snap. High snap flies over his head. He's just going to fall on it all the way back at the 25-yard line. Maybe, hey, listen, we've seen a couple bad snaps. Maybe some nerves, Grant. I don't want to speculate, but a couple bad snaps both ways.
Yeah, some mirrored football being played right now. King's on the 5-yard line. All of a sudden, that ball goes over the quarterback's head, and then Daryl's he's standing about 5'11". He's not even a 6'2" quarterback, so you got to get that snap right to his chest. At that time, they get pushed out of the 5-yard line. Let's see if they can get back towards the end zone here. Try to get some points.
Sophomore running back Chris Massey checks in. He wears number 22. Flymister shotgun formation. 2 receivers far side, 1 near side. Claps his hands. Another high snap over his head. This time he controls it. Stops, pops, complete. Down to about the 21-yard line. That's David Calmise.
A really good job of sticking with that. That's stuff that you work on in practice, right? You give the quarterback bad balls. You throw it over his head on purpose. You throw it to his left. You throw it to his right. And you say, hey, all right, defense is not on you. Go ahead and pick it up. Try to make a play. Throw it away. Find a guy right there. He does a good job staying under control, not panicking, finding his receiver, number 6, David Calmise.
3rd and goal from the 22. How's that? 4 receivers set. 2 split each way. The sophomore back, Chris Massey, stays in. Flymister, shotgun formation. Blitz comes. He's just spun out and just kind of throws that underhanded towards a spot. He just didn't want to take a sack way back there. And this is definitely 4-down territory. I don't think they're going to send a kicker out there from the 22. I think they're going to go for it 4th and goal from the 22-yard line.
And keep in mind here, they just brought in Xavier Newsom. He's going to be at the bottom of your screen, number 4. Threat in the passing game, especially the red zone. 6'6" target here, number 4. Wouldn't be surprised if they give him a jump ball opportunity.
4th and goal. High snap. Mister sends it down, sends it towards the end zone. A lot of contact out there. Can't come down with the ball. As you mentioned, Xavier Newsom. He had a step, even with the contact. But Cleveland Heights dodges a bullet and gets the ball back on their own 22-yard line. 7:50 to go here in the first quarter. King on top, 6-0. Along with Grant Perry, Kara Lyles down on the field. My name is Sean Belegian, and I want to tell you about Reaction Technologies. Reaction Technologies is a cutting-edge sports technology company. Heads-up trainer addresses the root causes of incorrect tackling techniques and other sports-related injuries. Learn more at reactiontechsports.com. So let's see what Cleveland Heights can do on their 3rd possession. They haven't done much yet, Grant Perry. Man in motion, shotgun formation. The give is to number 5 this time. Marquise Davis checks out. Marcellus Harris checks in. Positive gain. Let's see where they mark this. Only up to about the 24-yard line, so give him 2, setting up a 2nd and 8.
That was a textbook type of tackle. I mean, drove through the runner, brought him to the ground. Really good tackle there by the linebacker, number 10, Michael Jobe.
2 receivers split far side, 1 near side. Shotgun formation. Godbolt misses his target. Had a guy wide open in the near flat. Sir Gibson just couldn't connect. And another 3rd and long situation for this Cleveland Heights offense.
Yeah, and that's another miss there by Cleveland Heights. They had a little bit of a miscommunication here in the boundary with the cornerback, John Allen. Either was trap coverage, meaning he steps inside, doesn't care about anything deep, or it was a corner blitz. That time, Cleveland Heights missed an opportunity to throw one right by him.
Godbolt, the senior quarterback, in the shotgun on this 3rd and long. Pressure comes up the middle. He fires in and out of the hands of the intended receiver, Marcellus Harris. And again, this Cleveland Heights offense, 1, 2, 3, kick. Except last time they didn't even get a chance to kick it after the high snap eluded Marquise Davis.
Yeah, we've been seeing Marquise Davis here get in on some special teams. He was in on some offensive series, touched the ball a couple times, but haven't been able to get him out in the open where he's best and most elusive.
No doubt about that. Standing on his own 10-yard line is Marquise Davis. Deontay Ellington standing on his own 42. Make sure you get that snap off this time. Nice snap. Davis, high punt. Fair catch called for and made back at the 38-yard line. So that's where King takes over their worst field position of the game, I might add, Grant. Their own 38-yard line.
They were on the 5-yard line here on their last possession, ended up somehow getting back to the 25 and ended up scoring. It was a turnover on down, so maybe a little bit of space might be to their benefit. Opens up the playbook a little bit, lets guys find some holes, and maybe one of these Martin Luther King athletes can find a hole and take it to the house.
6-0. Detroit King on top. 7:13 to go here in this first quarter. Shotgun formation. Claps the hands. Rolls out, throws it near side. Good catch there. Lots of space near sideline. How about Ellington? All the way up to the 45-yard line. Boy, perilously close to a disaster there, Grant Perry.
Yeah. Kewan Reed, number 24 for Cleveland Heights, was a second away from a pick six going the other way. I mean, that was as close as it gets. Daryl Flemister fits it in there for a big first down.
Mister, shotgun formation, hands it off. Ellington, some space out there. Look out, 35, makes a cut at the 30, he's gone. 10-5, touchdown. Oh, this kid is dynamic. That is Michael Dukes, number 2. And another big play by King, and they extend this lead to 12-0.
Really good play here by Michael Dukes. He's a 6 foot, 185-pound back with great movement. Gets in between the tackles. Look at this move on the safety. Puts him in a blender and says, goodbye, Cleveland Heights. I'm going to walk this one across the goal line. Really good play. And this kid's special. Bowling Green, Eastern Michigan, a couple of those offers that he has already as a junior.
Point after attempt forthcoming. Missed on the first one. Awaiting the snap. Snap is down. The kick is up. The kick is blocked. So they can't convert again. That's Stennis on the kick. Has it blocked. But King, with another explosive touchdown, takes a 12-0 lead. Boy, what a statement so far by the Crusaders, Grant. Boy, they got some size on this near sideline. Look at some of those linemen over there as they're celebrating right now. Hey, let's have a flashback. King taking on East St. Louis, as Detroit King has been here a few times at the PKC. How about this one back in 2018 as East St. Louis came to Detroit? It was a high-scoring affair, and King came away with a 52-38 victory. Look at some of the footage here. Big run there, bouncing off a tackle, taking it to the house. Another big run here. Look at running away from everybody. How about that speed? Into the end zone.
Kind of looks like Michael Dukes and what he just did on that last touchdown run that we just saw.
12-0. 6:47 to go. Cleveland Heights has got to find some offense. Grant, they haven't done really anything so far in their 3 drives.
I don't know if they got it past the 30-yard, their own 30-yard line here. I want to see if they can put something together.
Line drive squib. Trying to take it far side of the field. Might have some space out there. Breaks out of a tackle, 25. Puts his head down, and Askin Ye shall receive. He punches his way over the 30-yard line, and Cleveland Heights now will set up shop at, we'll say, about the 32-yard line. Tigers looking for anything offensively. They trail 12-0. Let's see what they can do here. Justin Godbolt leads them back out into the field. They didn't look panic-stricken at all. I believe, no, this is going to be Asher Wilson out there. Asher Wilson, change at quarterback. Trip receivers near side, one far side. Wilson, shotgun formation. Keeps it on the ground to Brown. Not much space out there. It's like King knows this is a dynamic player. They hold him to 1.
Yeah, they're doing a really good job containing Marquise Davis right now. Number 56, the big nose tackle, 6'1", 285 pounds, Gregory Keller, with a really good job of getting through the line of scrimmage, allowing those linebackers to flow and find that running back and bring him down for a 1-yard gain.
2nd and 9, trip receivers. Near side, King shows blitz. Asher Wilson swings it out. Receiver slips, didn't have a chance. That's going to be a loss. Back to the 31-yard line. So another 3rd and long situation for the Tigers from Cleveland Heights. Asher Wilson, the good news is he's 1 for 1. The bad news is for -2 yards. Listen, I could throw a -2-yard pass. I'm convinced I could.
I believe in you, Sean. I do.
2 receivers far side, 1 near side. Man in motion. Wilson back to pass, throws, batted away. Quick, active hand by Damon Stennis. We've seen the Crusaders, correct me if I'm wrong, Grant, knock down 3 passes already.
Yes, we have. Some from the D-line, some from the linebackers, and some from that second level. Really good job of Damon Stennis driving that ball. He undercutted it. So if it was a good completion, if it was on the target, he would have got beat deep, but he does the right thing, gets underneath it, gets a hand on it, and once again forces Marquise Davis and these Cleveland Heights players to punt it.
Deontay Ellington standing on his own 35-yard line. Marquise Davis counting his men. Nice snap this time. Takes a couple steps, lets go of a nice punt. Boy, really nice punt. Having to go all the way back to try to do something with this is Ellington. He makes a man miss. Makes a cut at the 18 and dances out of bounds. Went over his head, but it's not the mistake, it's the recovery. Ends up getting something positive out of it.
Yeah, that's a good job. Way to stay with it. Turned into a pick up the bacon type of deal. He made it live. He touched it. Did a good job of getting that thing in and turning back upfield and getting as much as he could.
I like that. To pick up the bacon?
Yeah, you steal the bacon. It's when those guys get real close to the punt. So, am I going to steal it? Is it a good bounce? Boom, go ahead and steal it. Get out of there. But
that's great.
Don't mess it up, though.
Oh, I'm going to be using that. And anybody in my house knows that they leave any bacon around, Dad's stealing the bacon. Trust me when I say that. 2 receivers far side, 1 near side. Flymister, shotgun, another tough snap. He's in trouble, down he goes. Kind of dove forward to get what he could get, but it's going to be a loss back to the 13-yard line, a loss of about 5 yards there, setting up what should be about a 2nd and 15.
Yep, the botch snap here, by DeMarco Hutchinson, got to try to get that under control. And it didn't go too far outside the frame of Flyminster, but one step can take the whole play and throw it off.
2 receivers each side. Shotgun formation on the second long. Keeper all the way. Just puts his head down, dives forward, only gets to about the 15-yard line. We'll give him 1.5, setting up what should be a 3rd and 13 for the Crusaders. Clock running, 4:25 to go. It has literally been all Crusaders. 2 big plays has given them this 12-0 lead. See what they dial up here. Daryl Flymister looking to the near sideline. Trip receivers far side. Overlooking the defense now. 3-man rush. Now a 4th comes in, puts pressure on him. He steps up in the pocket. Now he takes off. 20, 25, 30, slides very close to a first down, but it's where the slide starts. I think he's going to be just short. Oh, no, he's not. See, that's why I'm up here and the officials are down there. I thought his slide was before the sticks. Evidently not, Grant Perry.
He picked it up. He knew where the sticks were, got there, and then got down. Smart decision, good run, way to make something out of nothing. Good defense and coverage by the Tigers of Cleveland Heights. But you got to contain the quarterback. Daryl Flymister will hurt you with his legs.
Empty backfield now. Flymister all by his lonesome. Trips near side. 1 in the slot far side, 1 way outside. Now joining him in the backfield is Ellington. They swing it out to Ellington. Makes the catch. Gets a block out past the 35. Flags fly. I think this is going to be a late hit. I could be wrong, Grant. What did you see?
No, I'm going to take you up on that. I think they got to Flymister late. I think it's going to be a 15-yarder.
They're clapping out there. Hey, there's always help wanted when it comes to high school game officials. Every year, over 1,000 new officials are needed. Officiating is a great way to stay in shape, stay close to the game, and so much more. Log on to mhsaa.com for more info. Appreciate my buddy Chuck always coming in here and handing me those reads. Chuck always says, whenever I have garbage to throw away, I kind of bump Chuck and act like I'm getting fouled and throw it into the garbage and say, and one. So Chuck plays along with me. I appreciate that, Chuck.
I got to give you guys some credit. The ball security on these handoffs for these notes and these ads, I mean, fantastic. There's been one fumble up here in the booth all weekend, guys. Way to go.
Timeout on the field. Detroit King decides to take a timeout. Crusaders leading 12-0 here on the campus of Wayne State University. Speaking of Wayne State, they start their season next Thursday down in Tiffin. Tiffin, of course, used to be in the GLIAC, no longer in the GLIAC, but always nice to go to some of the old places, see some of the old teams from the GLIAC conference. So much change in college football. It really is amazing. I'm really going to have an adjustment this year, getting used to some of the Big Ten games that start at 10:30, 11 o'clock at night. I'm not complaining because that means I can stay up late and watch Big Ten football.
Yeah, they went from Pac-12 at after dark to Big Ten after dark.
You got it.
And I can't wait.
1st and 10 for the Crusaders at the 48-yard line. 2 receivers split near side, 1 far side. Flymister with a couple guys in the backfield now. Good old-fashioned eye now. Give it to the deep back. He tries to get outside. Good hard run. Ball can talk about taking care of the ball. Michael Dukes, you could see them trying to rip at it, but he had a strong arm on there. Picks up a hard-earned 2 yards.
I'm talking with the coach, Terrell Patrick, here this week, head coach for the Crusaders, said one of their main goals offensively is ball control and ball security. And right now they're moving the ball and they're maintaining ball security. Got to work on the snaps here, but other than that, they're looking good so far.
Hand off here, some space, 45, nice cut inside the 40, past the first down marker, inside the 35-yard line. Boy, I'll tell you what, this King team is all kinds of fired up right now.
Yeah, they are. They're moving fast. And I think Cleveland Heights got away with a little bit of a horse collar there. Defensive back there grabbed the running back there, Chris Massey, by the back of the jersey. Luckily, they didn't get a call there. Good to see everyone get up safely.
2 receivers, split near side, 2 far side. Single back in the backfield is Michael Dukes. Shotgun formation, 1st and 10 for King. Pass outside, complete, 30, turns the corner inside the 20. Nice spin there at the 15 before he's knocked back. But the electrifying Deontay Ellington caught that on the run and made something happen with his legs.
And that's just game plan, that's execution, that's understanding what the defense is giving you. And they're playing man coverage, and they're putting a linebacker, number 42, Simon Williams, on number 1, Deontay Ellington, one of King's fastest and most elusive players. When you get that, you throw that all day, you'll take that matchup 10 times out of 10. They take it there, and they move this thing into the red zone.
Bunch formation far side, 1 near side, rolling near side. Flymister now taking off on a sprint inside the 15, pushed out of bounds about the 12-yard line. Give him a couple. Take what the defense gives you. That seems to be the case right there, Grant.
Yep, good job of getting outside the pocket with Flymister. That's a roll pass. They're going to be getting guys running across the formation from the backside. As this quarterback grows, he'll understand and be able to keep his eyes downfield. He had a couple guys open in the end zone, but he would like that throwback, but didn't make anything bad on that play. Got out, got some yards.
Official timeout is Jalen Ward Effinger down for the Tigers, near side of the field on the King side at about the 6-yard line. Hope the young man is okay. In the meantime, let me tell you about Sam Bernstein, the Sam Bernstein Law Firm. Injured? Get the Bernstein advantage. 1-800-CALL-SAM. That's 1-800-CALLSAM. 12-0. Detroit Martin Luther King on top, threatening again with 1.5 to go here in the first quarter. Of course, Michigan State kicking off their season tonight, Grant Perry. Up in East Lansing.
Yeah.
First game under Jonathan Smith. Coach Moore kicking it off tomorrow night for the Michigan Wolverines. Are you very familiar with Coach Moore?
I am, yep. Really good guy. I had an opportunity to play under him and then coach alongside him, and couldn't ask for a better guy to take over the program.
He really does come across as just a good dude.
Good dude. Good dude.
And you know how hard it is for me to say that?
I appreciate
you. I
you.
joke, I kid. He really, no, honestly, he comes across as a good guy. No doubt about that. Tough shoes to replace. Of course, Coach Harbaugh winning the national championship last year before moving on to the Chargers. Shotgun formation. Rolling near side, throwing near side, tipped, dangerously into the air. Marquise Davis was in the general vicinity, but I think he kind of picked it up at the last second. Now Crusaders faced with a 3rd and 7, which, again, if you follow the Crusaders, in all likelihood is 4-down territory as is.
Absolutely. And right now, I mean, Cleveland Heights is doing a good job of maintaining leverage right now. They're not getting beat on the outside on the perimeter. They're stacking everybody inside on that defense, trying to cause havoc in between the tackles. That time, the slide runner who's going to catch the pass gets caught up in the shuffle, and Darryl Flemister just has to get rid of it.
He's going to call a timeout here. They're going to talk about it. Near side of the field. Now all of a sudden I can feel that breeze coming in up here too. And I'll tell you what, it is a welcome addition. It has been warm here as you take a look at one of the officials. So many good guys officiating for the MHSAA. Thankless job, no doubt about that, but we appreciate all that they do. Coach John Kidd getting down there. I call him the coach because he's out on the field more than the coaches are.
It's Mr. Do-It-All right there.
He's such a busy man. He not only does he do great camera work, but as many people know, he's also the mayor of Downriver.
I don't know how he does it.
3rd and 7 for the Crusaders at the Tiger 13-yard line. Shotgun formation. Tough snap. Flemister's just going to throw outside, just throwing it away. So I'd be surprised if they attempt a field goal here. I stand by 4-down territory. Let's see what they decide to do. If they kicked, it would be a field goal of about 29 yards. But I don't think there's any debate. They're going to go for it. They haven't budged or keeping the offense on the field, Grant.
Yep, going to keep them on the field. Feel confident with the athletes they have. Again, last time Xavier Newsome caught it was the last attempted catch. I won't be surprised if he comes back down to the field here, but they switch patterns, the inside release here to try to get the safeties off their landmark.
Flemister, shotgun, gets a snap, forced outside, throws towards the end zone, nobody home. In between two intended receivers. And again, Detroit King threatens, but not able to put it in the end zone. Tigers dodge another bullet. Grant, full disclosure, they're lucky to be down only 12-0.
Yeah, they are. I mean, that's two trips, within your own 15-yard lines of scoring right there if you're King, and that's 2 conversions that you don't get. That's when it hurts not to have a kicker that you can really roll out there and kick from anywhere. Leaving points on the board, being so close to your end zone, it's definitely tough. These King coaches are going to get together right now and try to figure out how to fix that in the red zone.
Clock 12 remaining in this first quarter. Tigers take over from Cleveland Heights at their own 12-yard line. It looks like they are going to stick with Asher Wilson, the junior quarterback. He's got 2 receivers split outside, 1 on the inside. Couple men in motion. The give is to Brown. A little more space this time, but not much. Marquise Davis, the Kentucky commit, had to work hard just to pick up 1.
This D-line for Martin Luther King, these linebackers are flowing fast. They came prepared. They knew the task at hand. It was number 1, Marquise Davis. They knew he was going to be their go-to. And right now they're doing a great job containing him. We haven't seen Marquise Davis really break into the open field yet.
2nd and 9. Asher Wilson, you can see right there, quarterback for Cleveland Heights. Looking over that King defense, shotgun formation, looks, fires, completes far side of the field up to the 22-yard line. That should be good enough for a first down. Their first down of the game, I might add.
Yeah, that was probably their most fluid play from snap to whistle. Quarterback took a 3-step drop, knew his receiver to the boundary. Sir Gibson was running a comeback versus one-on-one coverage, runs a great route. Ball's on the outside. Sir Gibson catches it, moves those chains.
Wilson now shotgun formation on this 1st and 10 from the 22. Some movement up front. Now he steps out, looks to the far sideline. Has the running back switch sides. Fakes the handoff, under pressure. Now he's going to have to try to get what he can get, and he gets hammered. Picks up 1, but took a big hit in the process. How about that hit from Christian Wheeler? After a minimal gain, up to about the 24-yard line, setting up a 2nd and 8.
Yeah,
Should be the last play of the first quarter. Let's see. Nope, they get off 1 more snap. Looking, got a man wide open, and this is going to be 6. Atkins, 10-5, touchdown.
Pass completed to number 11, Amir Atkins, touchdown.
Asher Wilson to Amir Atkins. An electrifying 75-yard touchdown. Nobody on it.
And really good job here. They just run the fake bubble screen go. Safeties have been playing low for Martin Luther King. The threat of the passing game for Cleveland Heights hasn't been there. They wake up. They find a little double move to wake up this crowd for Cleveland Heights. Amir Atkins with the catch. Good throw by Asher Wilson. And they needed that badly here late in that first quarter, heading into the second.
Got a little spark. You're right, Grant. Got a little spark. Finally got a first down and then just got a long touchdown. PAT forthcoming. Look at those pink shoes down there on the kicker, huh? Snap is down, the kick is up, and the kick is no good. Dinged it off the crossbar. Timeout on the field after Harrison Williams missed the point after. Your score after the first quarter of play, Detroit King 12, Cleveland Heights 6 on the State Champs and Local 4 networks.
At Hungry Howie's, we're famous for flavor, and this is our Chief Flavor Officer. Every hour of every day, our CFO obsesses over the tastiest ingredients to craft the most delicious flavored crust pizzas at the most unbelievable prices. And he's making this summer the summer of flavor. Try Hungry Howie's all-new Backyard Burger Pizza, or pick up a Pickle Bacon Ranch Pizza for a limited time only. Order a large for just $14.99 each.
Hungry?
Howie's! My name is Dan, and I have dealt with family heating and cooling for 20 years plus. As property manager, I use family heating and cooling because they're honest, they're on time, and fair priced. I would definitely recommend Family Heating and Cooling for their services.
Family is not just our name, it's the way we do business.
My father chose the name Family Heating because he wanted our company to treat everyone like family. Contact us today for your heating, cooling, and electrical needs, and you'll see the difference family makes.
Unlock peak performance with Reaction Technologies, the ultimate training tool for athletes. Our patented product enhances performance by building muscle memory and reinforcing proper technique. With real-time feedback from coaches, players can quickly adjust and perfect their skills. Designed for athletes at all levels, Heads Up Trainer integrates seamlessly with existing training tools. Elevate your skills and performance with Reaction Technologies, where precision meets performance. Coming soon.
Welcome back here to Wayne State University as MLK is taking on Cleveland Heights, just getting started in the second quarter. Well, it is Coach Patrick's first year at the helm of this King program, and he told us that, back in 2021, he actually considered retiring due to a major brain surgery he had to undergo. But once he got that call that Coach Spencer would be leaving, he talked it over with the assistant coaches, and they all decided, hey, if you're staying, I'm going to stay, and that's exactly what happened. And we're excited to see this new era of King football under Coach Patrick, guys.
Great stuff, Kara, as always. Appreciate it. 12-6, new football game now. Williams sends this one deep. This one takes a bounce, taking it about the 16-yard line, not much further than that. Ellington forced out of bounds, and take a look at this King offense again. Some big plays here tonight, both sides of the field, Grant. That's where we sit, 12-6 MLK as we start this second quarter.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how important the kicking game is going to be when it comes down to the end of the game here, as both teams have missed some extra points. King has missed 2, and Cleveland Heights has missed 1. So it looks like the kicking won't be incorporated into the scoring here tonight.
John Allen Jr. split out, far side, 2 receivers near side, shotgun formation once again. Seen it all night here. High snap. Going to hand it off, trying to get outside. Good vision there to pick up a little bit. It looked like he was dead to rights for a loss of about 5, and instead +4 on that carry.
And sometimes you got to lose yards to gain yards. In that case, it worked out. Michael Dukes was able to run lateral, get around number 56, Jaquan Stubbs, the Minnesota commit out of Cleveland Heights, and then get 4 yards. Good job.
4-yard gain makes it a 2nd and 6. Shotgun formation again. Duke still the lone setback. He's about 8 yards deep. Give it to Dukes. Some space up front, but that space is taken away quick, fast, in a hurry by Sandale Jackson, playing both ways. The King staff was talking to me before the game, and they said he might be their best player, and they said that knowing Marquise Davis is on the team. That's a big statement.
He did a really good job there. That was a counter coming to his side. Counter means that he's going to get double-teamed by the left guard and the left tackle. He does a good job fighting through that, swallowing up the running back.
3rd and 3 here. Big 3rd down. Claps the hands once. Now looks to the near sideline with 2 receivers to the far side and 1 to the near side.
Keep your eyes here on the near side, 6'6", Xavier Newsome here at the bottom of your screen. One-on-one coverage.
Down to 5. Finally, the snap comes. They fake the handoff. Looks one way, now looks the other. Needs a block to get outside. First down over the 27-yard line and pushed out of bounds right about the 30. Boy, some serious heat there by the quarterback. And that's a big, big first down. Darryl, I missed her.
A really good job there by Darryl. Understanding, hey, that right side of the play is going to be shut down. It's where the intended pass was going. He's supposed to roll right, just stops, comes back left, reverses field, catches the defense asleep.
Fresh set of downs, first down on their own 30-yard line. 4 receiver set this time. Clap the hands, back to pass, throw near side complete. Good gain up to about the 8-yard line to Deontay Ellington. Found a spot, leaped forward. I think they're going to give him 7 on that play, setting up a 2nd and 3.
And that's a good call there by the Crusaders coaching staff, understanding you get inside leverage on the number 2 receiver there. So if that linebacker is inside the slot receiver, you're going to have leverage to the outside. They take advantage of that. Quick and easy throw, out route completion. Good first down, or good catch, for a short 2nd down.
Mister looking over that defense, now clapping the hands once, twice, going to hand it off. Trying the right side of the line. Flags come flying, a gain of about 2 after that carry by Henry. Let's see what the flag's all about.
Henry with the carry. Brutal with the tackle.
I think this one might be coming back. Hold it is.
On the offense. 10-yard penalty.
10-yard penalty. So that is going to turn it into a 2nd and 13. Warm and muggy day down here in Midtown Detroit. No other way to say it, but no place would rather be. Crusaders with a 12-6 lead over the Cleveland Heights Tigers. He's Grant Perry. Carol Lyles, she's down on the field. I'm Sean Belegian. 2nd and 13 for Martin Luther King. Back to pass on 2nd and 13. Rolling right, throwing right, in and out of the hands of the intended receiver, Chris Massey. And now they're faced with a 3rd and long situation. The ebbs and flows of football are always amazing to me. Because just a moment ago, literally, Cleveland Heights couldn't get anything going, and then all of a sudden they get a big touchdown, and now their defense is responding.
Yeah, they're responding well right now, kind of forcing King's hand here, 3rd and long. They've been doing a good job of containing the run. Haven't seen Michael Dukes break a big run here since his touchdown run. Wouldn't be surprised if they try to get back to him here eventually down the line.
4 receiver set, trips far side, 1 near side. Back to pass on 3rd down. Ball is tipped and falls incomplete.
Pass incomplete, 4th down.
And that's good pressure there by the Cleveland Heights D-line, just getting in Flemister's face. I believe that was Jaquan Stubbs with a hand on that ball. Really good job, accompanied by number 4, Deshaun Phillips, the linebacker. And if you can get pressure in Darryl Flemister's face, you can force him to make a mistake or a throw he can't complete. That's right now what Cleveland Heights is doing.
You know, our chief meteorologist, Kevin Trozinski, up here looking at the weather maps. Are we going to be safe, Kevin? Are we going to be safe? I just saw him up there looking at he's not so sure. Let's hope so. Let's hope those storms stay away. Doesn't look good, though. Good snap this time. Did they get a piece of that punt? It kind of flubs into the Crusaders' sideline. Did they get a piece of it, or did that just kind of go off the side of the foot? Because all of a sudden, Cleveland Heights with great field position at the King 45-yard line.
Really, their best starting field position for the start of a drive here tonight. I think that one went off the side of his foot. Can't be sure, though. But nonetheless, here, Cleveland Heights with an opportunity here to come down and tie this thing, if not take the lead.
Yeah, they didn't panic at all. Give them credit. They didn't panic at all. Did this Tiger team. They were down 12-0, a couple of big plays. Didn't get anything going, really. And then all of a sudden, the change at quarterback, little positivity, and they're a score away now. The change at quarterback, as we mentioned, number 10, Asher Wilson, trip receivers far side, 1 near side. Single back is Marquise Davis.
Watch to the bottom of the screen there. You got a big tight end lined up against a cornerback down here.
Wilson going to throw that way, blown up. Great job coming in and getting a leg and holding him up, Damon Stennis, before the reserves could come and make the tackle. That's a 2-yard loss back to the 47-yard line.
That's the old hold them up, I'm coming. As a defensive player, you say, hey, if you can get to him and you can't get him down, just hold on to a leg. Your boys are coming to clean everything up, and that's what the King Crusaders just did right there.
And I'll go over there and steal the bacon every day. Every day.
Absolutely.
2nd and long, trip receivers near side now, 1 far from disaster. As it is, that's going to be a loss of about 5, and now Decision time, 4th and 7 from the 42-yard line. It looks like there's a flag on the play.
Here we're going to check it out right here. They're just running a crack down on the edge, and Marquise Davis just didn't look it in all the way. Handoff wasn't very secure. And then when you're rotating quarterbacks week 1 of the season, it's week 2 for Cleveland. They've already played a game. That's what's going to happen. You're going to run into some errors and some botched handoffs.
Picked up the flag, so punting situation now. They didn't hesitate. They're punting it away from the King 42-yard line. Standing back on his own 10 is Deontay Ellington. Davis stays in. Another good punt, high punt, fair catch called for, faked. Bounces inside the 10 and down at about the 8-yard line. Good job there by Davis. That's all you want to do, put your special teams in a position to go down there and cover it. Hey, State Champs Sports Network is giving you the power to showcase your passion. You can now submit your own videos and be a part of our coverage. We want to feature your perspective on our network. Learn more at statechampsnetwork.com/fanvision. So here comes the Crusader offense with 6:54 to go in this second quarter. They have a 12-6 lead. Trying to get something going again. John Allen Jr. going to split out far side with 2 receivers on the near side. Shotgun formation. Going to give it on the ground. Trying to catch him off guard a little bit there. Chris Massey spins, keeps those legs moving up to about the 10-yard line.
Chris Massey, that wasn't a huge run there, but he's been looking good here thus far. I mean, sophomore, coaches say the sky's the limit for this kid. I mean, really just growing into his own self, becoming a player that really represents what King Crusaders do, and they fight for the extra yards there. He gets brought down, but he had great vision on that, cuts it back, and almost turned that into a bigger play.
2nd and 8, just outside the shadow of their own end zone. Bunch formation, far side, setting up a 2nd and long.
And that right side of the King line there just doesn't all get in rhythm there, and lets Jaquan Stubbs just sneak through there and blow that play up. They got to be sound here. This is a really good D-line that Cleveland Heights is bringing.
Shotgun formation, 1 clap, 2 claps. Now looking to the near sideline. Now perhaps audibling at the line. Here it is. Snap comes, pass, complete. Oh no, incomplete. Official right on top of it. Good job by the official, Damon Stennis. Now, his back is to us. It looked like he brought it in, but the official right on the spot says no, sir.
Yeah, the official was in the perfect spot to see that right there, and those are the ones where you try to get those pinkies under the football, try to get under it before it hits the ground. And in that case, they just couldn't do it.
So 3rd and long now, 3rd and 11, in fact, for the Crusaders. From their own 17-yard line. Trip receivers far side, 1 near side, single back. Now empty backfield. Flags go flying. I think this is going to be procedure, certainly, on the Crusaders. Indeed it is. False start. Moving back 5. So 3rd and 11 becomes a 3rd and 16, Grant Perry, with 5:05 to go. And if you're Cleveland right now, Cleveland Heights, you got to be feeling pretty good about things. All of a sudden, you're getting some things going on both sides of the ball.
Absolutely. They've been finding ways to get through to this King backfield and disrupt these running plays and stopping them, getting tackles for losses and forcing King to go backwards here on this drive.
Shotgun formation, high snap, settled down, throwing near side. He's got a man out there, caught! Oh my goodness, what an adjustment by Damon Stennis, and that's a 1st down all the way up to the 47-yard line.
And check this out. I mean, this is a beautiful ball here. I mean, he has to fight through the snap. It's not a great snap. And then the D-line's in his face. He throws a ball right over Laren Anderson's head, back shoulder to Deontay Ellington, and that's not his first catch tonight. He's a baller, man. Only a junior, 5'10", 160 pounds. He had a lot of big catches in the city championship last year as a sophomore.
Yes, my apologies. I thought it was 7. It was indeed 1, and that's Deontay Ellington. Thanks for the pick up there, Grant Perry. Fresh set of downs all the way out to the 45-yard line. King at it again, looking over the middle, pick. No! Drop. LaRon Anderson had absolutely nobody near him. And the words, He wants that one back. Are really ringing true there.
Absolutely, especially with the play he just gave up on the sideline. Gets his number called again. The pass concept goes right to him. Ball is in his hands, and he just can't come up with it there. It's unfortunate there, but look for him to try to make a play. I know he's going to want that one back, just like you said there, Sean.
2nd and 10 for the Crusaders on their own 45-yard line. Still 4:47 remaining in this second quarter. Under center now. Try the end around, coming near side, just didn't have a chance. You could see the stumble all the way from David Calmise. He's a playmaker, but kind of lost his footing maybe back at the 35-yard line. Hey, I'll be honest with you, lucky to get back to the 40.
Yeah, really good job by Jameel Hammond, pursuing and not giving up, making that running back have to bow outside, try to lose yards to gain yards. In that case, Jameel Hamm forces him to go all the way around, and then he just loses his footing, and Deshaun Phillips comes in with a hit.
3rd and 15 from the 40-yard line. I hope you're seeing what I'm seeing on the far side of the field. I'm going to get to that. Now it's calm, but I got to ask you and Kevin about something I've seen the last 5 minutes. It's kind of funny. Trip receivers far side, one near side. On this 3rd and 15. King has converted a few. Lots of time. Throwing downfield. Got a man out there, nearly a one-handed grab by Deontay Ellington. But the ball falls incomplete. I don't know if you guys have watched this. We have an officer on a mounted horse over there. And he's been running the horse back and forth for maybe 5 minutes. He just stopped. But honestly, I'm having like Wild West images out there. It's Kevin, have you seen that as well? It's just fascinating watching him run this horse. There he is. Maybe he needed to give him some exercise, but I mean, it kind of looked like Kevin Costner out there, like Dances with Wolves or something. Here's the punt on 4th down. Takes a big King bounce, but goes sideways out of bounds. That's where Cleveland Heights will take over at about the 27-yard line. Hey, Lawrence Technological University wants you to know, if you're looking for the tools that will turn your curiosity to magic, well, look no further than Lawrence Technological University. Go to ltu.edu for more information. Lawrence Technological University, be curious, make magic. Hey, listen, the horses need some exercise too. Grant, Kevin, and I have been stuffed in this booth up here. I need a little leg stretch.
Yeah.
Crusaders hang on to a 12-6 lead with 3:45 to go here in this second quarter. Asher Wilson still in at quarterback. Shotgun formation. Double reverse here, coming far side of the field. Spins out of one tackle. Gets up to about the 35-yard line before he's pushed back, but not before a nice 7-yard gain.
Yeah, really good gain, and they had the right call there. King Crusaders rotated to a cover 3 to the boundary, meaning that safety rotated to the weak side, meaning they left the guy open to the front side. They run the ball to that side, end up picking up a few yards where the least amount of defenders are. Good call, right into the right side of the rotation of the defense.
2nd and 3. Playbook wide open for Asher Wilson and this Tiger offense. They're going to keep it on the ground. Brown hit in the backfield. Great job there by Richard Stewart. Good-looking freshman jumping up and taking out the legs of Marcellus Harris. And that's going to be a loss of 1, setting up a 3rd and 4.
Yeah, and King has done a great job tonight. I mean, just controlling and maintaining that line of scrimmage as far as the run game goes. And Marquise Davis is checking in here for a 3rd and medium. I'd expect him to be involved somehow, some way.
Wilson going to switch him from his left hip to the right. Right to left. Wilson back to pass. Has time. Looks downfield. Intercepted. Stennis with some room. Back into Cleveland Heights territory and brought down at the 44-yard line. So now the Crusaders in business, Grant, after that Stennis interception.
Really good. And Asher Wilson's just going to throw an opportunity ball up here. But Damon Stennis, a lockdown safety, is all over it. I mean, just reads the defender, gets his eyes back in time, plays the ball, turns into the receiver, gets King a possession, and they're moving here with 2:24 left to go on the clock.
Great field position at the 44. 2:23 on the clock, as Grant Perry mentioned, and a timeout at their disposal. Hey, the Construction Association of Michigan provides a vast array of resources, services, information, and training to our diverse membership in Michigan's construction industry. Go to buildwithcam.com for more info. Here comes that Crusader offense. Boy, a score here at this late juncture would be huge for Detroit King to try to take back that momentum. Trip receivers near side, one far side. 1st and 10 from Cleveland Heights 42. Swinging it up near side, short-armed it. One bounce, incomplete. Intended receiver Calmise. They were trying to set up some blockers. Got to get the ball there first, Grant.
Yeah, absolutely. And part of that was just the DB got in there and disrupted it. You had numbers, though. You usually like to, if you got 3 receivers out there, you usually want to throw it versus a 2-defender look. They had 2 low defenders. They had the numbers for the blocking, which eventually would have turned it into a one-on-one with the safety. If it was a good completed pass, that time the defense breaks it up before it could happen.
Clock stops, 2:18 to go, 2nd and 10. Going to keep it on the ground, coming near side, no chance. White all over the place. Michael Dukes did what he could just to lose a yard there. So now 3rd and long for Detroit King as the clock rolls inside. 2 minutes to go here in this second quarter. Don't forget at the half we've got a plethora of things waiting for you. No, really, we do. And I think I used plethora in the correct definition.
Sounded good to me.
We'll tell you about the halftime presentation in just a moment. Shotgun formation. Cleveland Heights brings the pressure, try to set up a screen. Complete. Hit at the 38 and brought down short of a first down. I think being the key and operative word, in 4-down territory. As I mentioned, we head to the State Champs studio to show you our first top 10 for the Mr. Football and Anvil Award delivered by Hungry Howie's. That and more right here on State Champs Game Time Live. 4-down territory, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Clock running. 1:05 to go. 4th and 4 for the Crusaders.
Expect them to try to go to the perimeter here. This box is loaded up in between the tackles right now.
I think we had a receiver jump early on the far side.
I would concur with you there on that one.
Let's wait for the officials. There's a reason why I'm up here and they're down there. That time they did jump. All right. What do they say about the blind squirrel? Something like that?
Finds a nut every now and then.
King's going to kick this one away with 55 seconds remaining.
I think that's a smart decision. I think you had a good look on that last play. Had the look you want. I think you had the look you wanted so much that the players even knew it. They got a little too excited there and jumped the gun.
Henry Perrimon comes in for the Tigers, stands on his own 10-yard line. Squib punt, takes a big bounce, goes out of bounds inside the 10. A heck of a punt. Heck of a punt. Goes in out of bounds at the 8-yard line. So the Tigers get the ball back, but only 32 seconds remaining. Now the good news is they have 3 timeouts. The bad news is, well, there's only 32 seconds remaining. Of course, at the end of this quarter, we'll throw it down to Kara Lyles. She's always got something good for us downstairs. Appreciate her work the last couple of days. I don't want to speak out of turn, but next week, I think we're going to River Rouge, correct?
Sounds about right.
Always like going to that area. Boy, what a strong, strong team they've had for a long time. Let's see what Asher Wilson does. Takes a knee. That's going to be the last play of the half. They just say, hey, listen, we're pinned in deep. We don't want to take a chance. Asher Wilson takes a knee. Clock runs, and that is going to be the end of this first half. A first half that has seen its share of big plays. 2 long touchdowns by Detroit King. 1 long touchdown by Cleveland Heights. And a 12-6 score. Along with Grant Perry, my name is Sean Belizean. Glad that you've been able to join us, whether you're, of course, watching on the State Champs Network or our friends from Local 4. Appreciate you really well, wherever you're watching us. We're going to throw it down to Kara Lyles momentarily. I can see her standing by. Boy, look at that view right there, huh? Comerica Park, illuminated. Tigers have been hot lately, huh? Kara waiting down there patiently. All the heat, of course, down there, emanating from that place just behind Comerica Park Ford Field. Why don't we throw it down to Kara? Kara?
Well, Coach, you guys found some offense early in this game. What's clicking for you on that side of the football?
We had some players make real good plays, and then we had the offensive linemen really working up the second level. There's some stuff up front we got to correct. We're going to go in and take a look at it, get it corrected, and come out in the second half try to win the football game.
Your defense has done a great job containing Marquise Davis so far in this one. How do you make sure that happens in the second half?
That was a focus all week. It's a willingness to tackle for 4 quarters. There's only half the mission accomplished. We have to be willing to tackle that young man for 4 quarters or it's going to end badly for us. So I got to remind them guys, they made a promise to me that we're going to get after him for 4 quarters. So we intend on doing that.
Thanks so much, Coach. Good luck second half.
Thank you so much.
All right, well, we've got more coming up, but for now we're going to send it to halftime.
Everyone knows you call Sam if you're injured in an accident.
Everyone knows we're Michigan's first family of law.
Everyone knows about our no-fee guarantee. There's never a fee until we win your case.
Everyone knows the Bernstein Advantage.
Everyone knows we've got a winning record, over $3.5 billion recovered.
Tell me something I don't know. Everyone knows call Sam.
1-800-CALL-SAM is the best call you'll ever make after an accident.
Injured? You know what to do. Call Sam.
At Hungry Howie's, we're famous for flavor, and this is our Chief Flavor Officer. Every hour of every day, our CFO obsesses over the tastiest ingredients to craft the most delicious flavored crust pizzas at the most unbelievable prices. And he's making this summer the summer of flavor. Try Hungry Howie's all-new Backyard Burger Pizza, or pick up a Pickle Bacon Ranch Pizza for a limited time only. Order a large for just $14.99 each.
Hungry?
Howie's! Looking for a score, a schedule, a story? MHSAA.com has you covered. Our newly redesigned website has everything you need to follow high school sports in Michigan. And it's optimized for mobile use. Fans can submit scores on a Friday night, check playoff pairings and game times, or read about the student athletes from your community. Your first stop is MHSAA.com. Connect with us online and get everything you need all in one place.
Time is running out. To get the biggest Labor Day discount ever at Gardner White, take an extra 30% off everything. And this Sunday only. Sofas price cut to $295. Lazy Boy only $395. Queen beds slashed to $295. And no interest for 60 months and free same-day delivery. The best deals in Detroit are at Gardner White with an extra 30% off. Final Sunday 11 to 8.
What's up, Michigan? Ladies and gentlemen, you know what time it is. It's football season, which means it's time to begin the run for this year's Mr. Football Award. My name is Lauren Plant. This is Sean Belizean. As always, Shawnee, so good to see you. Number 17, we will determine this year who will be the next Mr. Football.
Isn't it insane? 2008, we were literally using all our fingers and toes trying to figure out how many of these we've done, but this is going to be a huge year, Lauren. Every year is, but man, we feel really good about this field this year. We talk about it every year. It just keeps going like this. This product just keeps going like this. And of course, our list is doing the exact same thing.
Absolutely. On your screen now, you'll see that this is not a senior-only award. We're looking for the best football player in the state. I'll explain more on how it works a little bit later. But first, let's get to the guy we want to talk about, the guy who's number 1 on our list right now, and for good reason, going to LSU.
He might be the number 1 recruit in the nation. It depends which service you're looking at. We've heard about his name since his freshman year, and all he's done is prove why his name deserves to be out there nationwide. And of course, we're talking about Bryce Underwood from Belleville, 6'3.5", 205 pounds, 40-2 record as a starter. 40-2. Did we mention he's got a whole nother season to go? He's got 141 total touchdowns. As you said, he made the decision to go to LSU, but if you look at his recruiting pages, he was recruited by everybody. He had visits. There's a reason. He is absolutely explosive. No doubt about it. No brainer. The top choice right now. But as we've seen, Lauren, we point this out every year, looks can be deceiving. Sometimes the guy who's leading the way, when you apply our criteria, and of course, crunch time, sometimes it doesn't always work out that way. But right now, make no mistake about it, it's Bryce Underwood right now at the top of this list.
And before I get to the criteria, I do want to let you guys know that got a little update this week, and we always want to give a shout out to the guys who came before. And in 2016, a young man named Cody White was named the Michigan Mr. Football Award. He is doing his thing in Seattle. In fact, check this play out right here.
Howell airing it out down the left sideline, and it is caught. Stay up, Cody White stays up, and how about that response for your Seattle Seahawks?
Unbelievable to see the guys who have come before and who are still making an impact in the league.
It's not a secret anymore. I mean, you talk to people that follow this nationally, and Michigan is really known as a place that is producing players and talent players as well. It isn't just the big old linemen. It isn't just the big old D linemen. No. You're seeing talent all across the board, and this year certainly, Lauren, no exception to that rule.
Absolutely. So what you can do is go to our website, statechampsnetwork.com. You want to click on the contest tab, and then you also want to click on Mr. Football. That's where you can vote for the award. It's important to vote for the award because the leading vote getter can never be removed from the race. However, this is fluid. It's kind of like the Heisman Trophy. We're going to have players play their way in and play their way off the list. So you need to go ahead and vote for your guy. It's so important.
Every year, to the people new to this, I know there are probably people right now saying, well, my guy isn't on the list. That doesn't mean that he won't be on the list in a week or two. Lauren, we've had guys go off the list and then come back on the list. I mean, again, I think that's a testament to the amount of talent in this state, but you have a big part of it. You can have a say in this. We live and literally breathe with our criteria. That is the basis to everything we do. We've had some Zoom meetings. We've all been in the room where we went back and forth, but at the end of the day, we feel really good about this criteria, and we feel really good about applying it to this entire process.
So let's have a great race. Let's have a great time. Good luck to all the guys out there, and we'll see who and how this race evolves over time. But for right now, go to statechampsnetwork.com, do your part, vote, and we will see you next week. And welcome back to another season of the State Champs Anvil Award. This is the award made and for the trench dwellers. My name is Lauren Plant. This young man is Ron Talley, and Ron is going to be our analyst for this season here on the Anvil Award. I know there are people watching right now who'd be like, Ron Talley, yeah, I remember Ron Talley. But for those who don't, just get them quickly familiar with where you started and where you went.
All right, thank you. Yes, my name is Ronald Talley. I'm a Detroit native, Renaissance High School over in Detroit, Notre Dame, Delaware, played in the NFL from 2009 to 2015. And, it's just a blessing to be here and still involved with a game that's taken me so far and helped me to mature into a much older man as I am now.
Wow. And what a voice, right? He's got a voice made for this. He was definitely born for this kind of work. And he's got a lot of experience when we're talking about guys who play the line. As you're looking on your screen right now, we have our initial top 10 for the Anvil Award. And let me explain a little bit about what's different about any other award season that we've had as it relates to the Anvil. So typically what we would always look for is the top linebacker or lineman in the state. Now, with the way that football has changed, a lot of times the linebackers are oftentimes, at least the key linebackers, oftentimes are so athletic, so versatile, so good that you find them in the backfield on the offensive side. Moving forward, this is going to be how we celebrate the Emblem Award. We're only going to honor those who play offensive or defensive lines. And oftentimes in high school, you're playing both ways.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
The best guys, the best skilled and big skilled guys, I'm glad that we got them out of the way so we can get a big fella some love. Yeah. The guys that pave the way, the guys that make the sounds of the game what they are, and the biggest, fastest, most accurate moving, huge gladiators in the sport, which is part of what we love. It's like chewing on a big steak when you're in there, and that violence, like every chew is like every play, just giving it to another athlete out there on the field.
That's right. That's right. We love that. And don't worry, the guys who are playing both ways, being linebacker, being running back, whatever they're doing, working as receiver, they will be available to be in the Mr. Football conversation. So if we're talking about somebody like a Jeremiah Beasley and those types of gentlemen, they are going to definitely be recognized for their skill set. So they will be recognized here, though. We're again talking about the linemen. So as you look once again at the top 10 on your screen, we've got a bunch of Big Ten guys who have already committed. We also have somebody that's going to Kentucky. We do have a junior on our list, and what that means is we're looking for the best lineman in the state. So it is not a senior award. You can win this award as a junior, maybe even a sophomore if you have that much skill. So understand that. We're going to talk about voting towards the end of this conversation, but let's get to the player profile that we have decided to do today. And that is, so far, our number one player on the list. His name is Avery Gatch, and he plays for Birmingham Groves.
If you look at this 6'5", 290-pound frame, you see someone with long arms, able to move, and I'll tell you what I really like. He likes to dominate people. And I'm not just saying that physically, all right, he imposes his will. I'm talking about his mentality. It's fierce. He wants to beat the mess out of his opponents. And that's really what you want to see about the game. He puts his hands on guys, and I'm sure in those pads that there's a sound and impact, because on his film, you can see him here, starting at the line of scrimmage. Next thing you know, he's 5, 10, 15 yards down the field, throwing another opponent down on the ground and just laying on them and getting up slow.
I do want to give a lot of love and a shout out to our former analyst, Tim Beckler. He was here for many, many years. We appreciate Ron being here, but Tim still wants to be involved with this award, and we appreciate that he is. He did say this when it came to Avery Gatch, said, wow, he takes great pride in his blocking, moves very well laterally and at the second level. He's very under control at contact or in his blocking fit, but what a finisher. Says dominant offensive tackle. I would like to see him against a big guy, however. That he thinks is might be the competition that he can really rank him when it comes to. Said he plays a little high, but it doesn't hurt him against the smaller guy.
That's true. That's true. And here's what I would say. He has the athleticism and the quickness to get out there against a safety or to pull around and go hit a fast linebacker. Let's also add this in as far as competition, because you never know until you get there. But this past offseason, right after he committed to Michigan, he went to the Rivals 5-star camp, just ranked as a 4-star offensive lineman, fairly unknown to the worldwide or the nationally ranked scene, right? He goes in there to the Rivals camp, wins offensive line MVP as a 4-star guy. So we're going to see him nationally become recognized, as a powerhouse offensive lineman.
Here's how the voting works if you've never participated in this before. We will have a top 10 list. This list may have players fall in and out. Maybe they get injured. Maybe they just aren't performing as well as we had expected them to. Whatever the rationale may be, they may fall off the list, kind of like a Heisman Trophy race, as it were, and others may actually play their way in. They're doing such a great job that we have to take somebody off the list because we can only keep 10. Now, when it comes to voting, the number one guy, so the person who has the most votes, can never be removed from the competition. No matter how well or poorly we feel, or Ron feels, or Beckler feels he is performing, He stays on the list because he's the people's champ. They want to see him there, and that's how you weigh in. So if your community rises up and says, hey, yeah, he might have had a few bad weeks, we're keeping him in the competition, he's going to stay there. If he wins the online vote at the end of the season, he will have an opportunity to automatically be in our Final Four and automatically have a slight advantage to win the whole thing. However, we will choose the other three, and there is a criteria that we follow. You can find that on our website as well. Go to statechampsnetwork.com, click on the contest page, and then, of course, click on the State Champs AML Award. Ron?
Hey, I look forward to doing this for the first time with State Champs. What an honor. And again, we love all of the dogs in the trenches, the top dogs, the underdogs, everybody that's been putting in the work in the trenches. And we know this Michigan weather is going to change week by week. So people that stand out, we don't care if you're a 5'9" guy. We don't care if you're a 300-pound guy or a 170-pound guy. If you're performing and you deserve it, you will get it.
And you will be on our list. All right, we'll see you next week.
My name is Dan, and I have dealt with family heating and cooling for 20 years plus. As property manager, I use family heating and cooling because they're honest, they're on time, and fair priced. I would definitely recommend family heating and cooling for their services.
Family is not just our name, it's the way we do business.
My father chose the name Family Heating because he wanted our company to treat everyone like family. Contact us today for your heating, cooling, and electrical needs, and you'll see the difference family makes.
With eyes raised above what is, there is a view of what could be. Beyond all known horizons are visions of an unformed future, brimming with curiosity that can change everything. When looking for the technology and tools that will turn your curiosity into magic, look no further. Lawrence Technological University. Be curious. Make magic.
A high score.
A big win.
These things are impressive.
But it's what you don't see that counts.
The years of honing our skills.
The late nights and early mornings.
Pushing through even when it hurts.
The teamwork.
The dedication.
You don't see the hours of practice our team puts into winning games, but it pays off on the field.
And you don't see the years of practice our attorneys put into winning cases, but it pays off in the courtroom. The Detroit Lions.
And 1-800-CALL-SAM.
Winning for you.
Welcome back in. Just a couple minutes away from the second half. Your halftime score, Detroit Martin Luther King, up by a score of 12-6. Look at that. What a beautiful view that is. Unfortunately, we wish we had better news coming out of Comerica Park. At last check, the Tigers were down 4-0. I can check that again momentarily. Playing the Boston Red Sox tonight at Comerica Park. Michigan State was up 16-0, I believe, against Florida Atlantic. Not that I have an eye on that, Grant Perry. It is 16-0, and the Tigers, as a matter of fact, as we scroll our phones, top of the eighth, down 4-0 to the Red Sox. Here, 12-6. Big plays dominating that first half. 2 long touchdowns by Detroit Martin Luther King. 1 long touchdown by Cleveland Heights, and that's where we sit, 12-6.
Yeah, I mean, so far in this game, I mean, it's been a battle of explosive plays. 2 by King and 1 by Cleveland Heights. Otherwise, I mean, both defenses have been pretty good in containing the run and containing the pass and getting pressure on the quarterbacks. So I think this one's going to come down to who can lock down on defense and not give up those big plays here late in this second half.
Well, some other good news to report. Our chief meteorologist, Kevin Trzynski up here, says it looks like we're going to avoid the bad weather. What's the old saying? Red sky at night, sailor's delight. All right, yeah, I'm looking at the maps. Yeah, it looks like it's going to miss us, huh? Kevin, I'm gonna defer to your weather expertise. There's the officer on the horse again. He was trotting the horse on the other side of the field, something fierce. I thought an old Western was going to break out, to be honest with you. What do you look for here in the second half, Grant Perry?
Just want to see what defenses can do. How can you affect the other offense, right? Get there into the backfield, get a turnover, steal a possession, and then who's going to win the explosive play battle here in the second half? Who can find a matchup on the perimeter, break a tackle, make a big play here to really pull away in this second half?
That should be a dandy. Boy, we have been blessed, really, with, I can say this is the fourth good one. 4 good football games here this weekend. Can't thank our hosts from the Detroit Sports Commission at DetroitSports.org enough for their hospitality. Wayne State, of course, always a great host. I think a great idea to move it down here to Tom Adams Field. I was telling Marty Dobeck from the Detroit Sports Commission, Grant, I'm showing my age again, okay? The very first year at Rynearson, I did a couple of the television broadcasts that year at Rynearson Stadium. Not that far away from where I live. Actually, I think where I live out in Northville, it might be a little bit closer to get to Rynearson Stadium than it is to get here to Tom Adams Field. But who knew 19 years later this event would be as strong as ever? It seems to grow each and every year. No doubt about that. Detroit King set to receive this second half kickoff. An old friend of mine, Moose Johnston, on the Detroit King staff. Was a longtime member of the Wayne State staff. Fair catch called for and made by King. They will start at the 21-yard line.
I want to see Darryl Fleminster here get out, get some plays on the perimeter, get the running back Michael Dukes and Chris Massey, get those guys moving, get outside on the perimeter here, make the defense for Cleveland Heights move laterally. They're stacking the box inside, 5-6 guys really playing up and tight, forcing Martin Luther King's hand here to attack the perimeter. I want to see them succeed, get on the outside, make a big play.
Well, let's see what they start with here. Dukes checks in. Have 2 receivers split near side, 2 split far side. First play of this second half. You see Dukes jumping up and down, trying to stay limber. I think we feel that. No doubt about that. Shotgun formation, 1st and 10 from the 21-yard line. Looking downfield, looking for it all. Got a man out there complete. 40, brought down at the 35-yard line. There's that big play capabilities of Deontay Ellington showing again.
Really good job here. You're getting one-on-one coverage versus the 4-star running back Marquise Davis, the Kentucky commit. But Deontay Ellington, man, he's got wheels. He's an electric junior for this Martin Luther King offense. Inside fade, beats him, stacks him. Great ball, great catch into Cleveland Heights territory.
Yeah, threatening again down to the 35-yard line. 1st and 10, just underway here, second half. King threatening again. High snap, keeper all the way. Boy, a lot of space. 30, makes a cut at the 27, trying to stretch for that first down. Not conversation now between the officials. I think they got to fix the yard markers, to be honest with you. One that was just short. It should be. Nope, they said they gave him the first down. I thought he was 2 yards short. What do I know? 1st and 10 then at the 27-yard line. No, they're going to move it. See, always trust your gut. He was just short. This is going to be a 2nd and 2 situation. They're going to call it 2nd and 1 for what it's worth. They need to get to the 25. They're just shy of the 26. Fleming under center. Has trouble with the snap, falls on it back at the 29-yard line. Boy, that's not what you want in a 2nd and 1 all of a sudden you're faced with a 3rd and 4. And no surprise, Daryl Flemister coming back in.
Yeah, that's tough. You know, Daryl Flemister gets his helmet knocked off. He has to come out for a play. Ronald Fleming comes in for one snap and has trouble with it. That's where you look for your backup to get the snap, get the ball to the running back there.
We have a Tiger down on the field. He didn't check the number. Did not check the number. In the meantime, why don't we throw it down to Kara? Kara?
Yeah, well, I was able to catch up with Cleveland Heights head coach, Coach Stevens, right before the half started, and he said basically what they talked about in that huddle was King has made great plays, but they cannot just keep giving them yardages, keep giving them good plays. Also, need to just get their offense in rhythm, guys. I heard you guys talk about it a little bit up there. They just seemed a little bit not in rhythm to simply have it put there, but that's definitely something that Coach Stevens addressed there in the locker room, guys.
Appreciate you, Kara. Great stuff there. Grant, did you catch the number of the player down?
Yeah, I believe it was 21.
John Daniel Davis.
Yep, who's been playing really hard tonight. Linebacker for this defense.
He's up. Like to see that. Going off under his own power again. Don't want to speculate, but Grant, you know all about it. In conditions like this, it could be a simple case of cramps. Let's hope it's just something like that, nothing serious. 3rd and 4 now. Clock stopped, 10:30. Now they fire it up.
Cleveland Heights has shifted to a 5-down front here this second half, trying to penetrate all gaps and control the line of scrimmage.
Shotgun formation, standing on his own 35-yard line. Tough snap again. Gets it under control. He's going to try to take what he can get. Looking to get outside. Still looking. He's not going to get there. He's going to run out of bounds. That's going to be a loss. Back to the 32 and a late flag, Grant Perry.
Number 3 on the quarterback keeper.
Boy, little contact there in the white area or beyond?
I think that's what it is. That's where the flag comes down. Maybe a push out of bounds. Didn't think anything was getting called, but obviously we're up here on the other sideline. Hard to see over there.
Boy, that's the last thing in the world you want. Was that Perryman?
Yep.
That's the last thing in the world you want. You did a good job pushing them out of bounds for a loss, and now you tack on 15 and the automatic first down. My goodness.
1st and 10 rather at the 17.
Setting up shop at the 17-yard line. A score would be huge here for Detroit Martin Luther King. 12-6 lead. Threatening again are the Crusaders. Bunch formation, far side, one near side. Fake the handoff. Flemister with a big hole. He's going to take it. Out past the 15, close to the 10-yard line, brought down at about the 11-yard line. 7 yards there. Grant, take what the defense gives you.
Absolutely, and I like the play call there. And looks like hopefully Daryl's just cramping here. He's been running a lot tonight. Hopefully he gets up here. But in the meantime, Ronald Fleming, we're going to get him ready, get his mindset right. Just got to work on the snaps and ball control here if you're 15. Ronald Fleming.
You can see the coach talking to him here on the near sideline. No doubt about that, as King is threatening to be sure. While we have a moment, let's take a look back at one of our Mr. Football winners that hail from Detroit King. How about Dante Moore, a 4-year starting quarterback for the Crusaders. He won Mr. Football in his junior year in 2021 after beating DeWitt in the D3 state final. Moore, now currently the backup for the University of Oregon. Out of the Big Ten, Grant, doesn't that sound weird?
Yeah.
The Oregon Ducks in the Big Ten.
Big Ten. It's wild. It's crazy times, but excited to see what happens here.
So my son, 24 years old, as a matter of fact, his birthday is tomorrow. Happy birthday, Jack. Lives out in L.A., and one of the things he's excited about, Grant, is, and how weird does this sound, watching Big Ten football live and in person at USC and UCLA.
I think it's going to really help, just the fan base out there and really just bring the sport, a lot more eyes to the sport, I should say. Bringing, the Big Ten out west on a consistent basis, that's going to be exciting to see.
Yeah. Haven't seen a game at UCLA or USC. I have seen a game at the Rose Bowl. Did I mention that to you? No?
You might have mentioned something.
Long time ago. 11 years ago, in fact. Second and short, handoff, some space inside the 10, inside the 5, and boy, nearly getting all the way to the end zone as Michael Dukes just didn't give up on that play. Wanted 6, stopped about 9 feet short. They're going to mark him down at the 3-yard line.
And that's a really good job by Michael Dukes, just fighting through contact, driving those legs, itching for the end zone there. Number 42, Simon Williams, and number 7, Jalen Ward Effinger on the tackle.
So let's see what King does here. First and goal, Stennis lined out wide, bringing in some beef down there. Boy, look at that. Got that big boy standing right in front of the quarterback. Handoff into the end zone. Touchdown, Michael Dukes. What a start here in the second half for the Crusaders. All kinds of fired up, Grant.
Oh, yeah, and that, rightfully so. You bring in your big bodies here. Number 53, DeMarco Hutcherson leading the way here alongside number 8, Tayshawn Henry. But it's Michael Dukes reading the blocks. Gets a good one from number 54, Jameer Henry. Finds his way into the end zone. He's got a knack for finding that end zone, buddy.
Boy, do you see 53? DeMarco Hutcherson was just begging to hit somebody. Nobody was there. He's looking around going, can I hit somebody?
He was itching. He was itching, looking for some contact. That's what you want on your football team. You want those guys that crave contact and establish dominance. Good to see them get in the end zone there. They're going to attempt a 2-point conversion here.
Yes, they are. Tayshawn Henry lined up on Flemister's left hip. Back to pass, throwing into the end zone, out of the reach of Xavier Newsome. 2-point conversion, no good, but the damage done. 6 more on the board, and pressure again on this Cleveland Heights offense, who really, Grant, when you think about it, they've had one big play, just one big play. And it went 6, but certainly they got to find something in this offense.
Yeah, absolutely. They got to find something here fast. Can't waste time.
Alto Equipment Company knows when it comes to getting your job completed on budget and on schedule, uptime matters. Alto Equipment partners with the biggest names in construction. Give them a call at 844-GO-2-ALTA. Appreciate them, as always, their continued support of everything State Champs. Most importantly, we thank you wherever you are right now. Thank you for watching and supporting and hopefully enjoying. I know we are. Grant Perry up here. Carol Lyles down on the field. Best staff in the business. All over the place. I'm very lucky to be here with the gang, no doubt about that. Detroit King with an 18-6 lead. Cleveland Heights getting the ball back. Looking to find a little something. In case you're just joining us, they yanked the starting quarterback, Justin Godbolt, inserted backup quarterback Asher Wilson. Got a touchdown. Really one big play. Taking about the 18-yard line, near side, tries to get up the middle, finds a little space out past the 30, finally brought down at the 32-yard line is Elijah Harris. So that is where the Tiger offense takes over. Let's see who they decide to come out with. It was Asher Wilson after the first couple series. Can't see just yet as I'm looking to the far sideline. We'll find out in just a moment. It is Wilson again. I believe it is Wilson again.
They're making a triple quarterback change.
Yeah, indeed.
Amir Atkins, number 11, stepping behind the center here now out of the gun.
Handoff, little space up the middle. Big hit at the 34, falling forward to the 36-yard line. Amir Atkins listed as a wide receiver defensive back. A lot of times that is, the type of situation where he's just going to take off on a run, but not that time. Decided to hand it off.
Yep, and I got a feeling that he's going to be incorporated in this run game. If you're just now joining us, Amir Atkins had their only touchdown here. It was about a 60-yard catch. He's an athletic kid and can run.
Keeper, Atkins goes up the middle, about to the 39-yard line, setting up what should be a 3rd and 3. Nothing wrong with the Wildcat. Boy, it's been around for a while for a reason. I remember back in the day, it was kind of Ronnie Brown and the Dolphins that kind of brought it back out, Grant. And you see it all over college football. Not so much out of college football anymore, but certainly here at the prep level to be sure. Trip receivers far side, one near side. Atkins stays in as the quarterback with a man in motion. It's a keeper, makes one man miss, tries to dive for the first down. He's not going to get there. He's going to be about a yard short. So a big fourth down looming here. Decision time for the Tiger coaching staff. They are down 12. Heck of a lot of time left in this game. Clock running, 7:15 left in the third quarter. But they are going for it. No doubt about it, they're going for it. Amir Atkins in at quarterback. Trips far side, one near side. Keeper all the way. He's got the first down and more. Big hole. 40, 30, 20, 10, 5. Touchdown. How about that on a 4th and 1? Atkins takes it to the yard. 59-yard gallop. And there's that big play that we talked about, Grant.
That's been the story of the game, big plays, and they needed a switch. They needed a spark. They haven't been able to move the ball efficiently enough, and they turned to number 11, Amir Atkins, saying, hey, help us out here. Really good job of moving through the defense, splitting the safeties, and just running up the hash, outrunning the defense. Really good job by Amir Atkins. 2 touchdowns on the night for him. He's been the difference so far for Cleveland Heights tonight.
2-point conversion here to make it a 4-point game. Atkins in the shotgun. He's going to keep it. Rolling, stopping, running into the end zone. 2-point conversion is good. So it's an 18-14 game now, and when you're looking for the tools that will turn your curiosity to magic, look no further than Lawrence Technological University. Go to ltu.edu for more information. Lawrence Technological University. Be curious, make magic. While we have a moment, why don't we throw it down to our own Kara Lyles. Kara?
Yeah, well, with talking with Coach Patrick earlier this week, he said this year is the most kids that King has ever dressed. They have 82 kids on their varsity team and add another 50 on JV. I asked him, why do you think you keep having these great numbers? And he said, honestly, I think it's the consistency in the coaching staff. There's very little to no turnover each and every year, and that's why kids want to come to King, and that's why they want to play football here, guys.
Great stuff, Kara. Appreciate it. Well, in case you're wondering, the Tigers made it a little interesting. Kerry Carpenter with a 3-run homer in the 8th inning.
Let's go, Tigers.
4-3, Red Sox on top. Michigan State on top. Up in East Lansing by a score of 16-3. Short kick this time. Taken at about the 24-yard line. Middle of the field, starting near side. Makes one man miss, punches it out to about the 36-yard line. That's where the Detroit King offense will take over. Hey, kind of a change of pace here in the third quarter, Grant Perry. Both teams one possession, both teams one touchdown.
Yeah, and I think Cleveland Heights might have found their solution on offense, get that ball moving. We're going to put a little pressure back on to Martin Luther King here. And Martin Luther King, they got to score right now, or at least hold on to this ball, have a good drive. Build some confidence here because Cleveland Heights' momentum is building on the other sideline.
6:47 to go here in this third quarter. 18-14. That's the score. Bunch formation, far side of the field, one on the near side of the field. Looks like some storms to the northeast of us. That's good news.
Looks like
see him way off in the distance. Shotgun formation again, claps the hands, high snap. Controlled it, can't get the block out there. Made one man miss, made another man miss, he's still running. Oh, they're gonna say he stepped out of bounds. Oh my goodness gracious. Oh, let's take a look here, Grant Perry.
Yeah, let's check this one out. Another high snap, which affects the timing, but nonetheless, Darrell still gets it out. Gets it to number 6 there, Sir Gibson. Let's see. Number 57 is kind of in the way, but Stripes is right there to call it. You got to trust that he saw that one.
Yep, right on top of it. Got a man down at about the 22-yard line.
I think that's number 1. I think it's Deontay Ellington out there.
Same thing. Not going to play the doctor up here. Let's hope he's okay. It's the lights on here at Tom Adams Field. Wayne State in action here at Tom Adams Field in 15 days. Home opener. You can see some of that off in the distance. See, I wasn't out of my mind. Way off in the distance, right? I think some of the crew were like, oh, the old guy's seeing things. No! Way off in the distance.
Hopefully far enough away that
yes,
we can keep this thing moving.
Absolutely. Well, you hope that Ellington is okay over there. Detroit King with an 18-14 lead. That pass, not sure they picked up anything. Let's see where they mark it, as clearly Kelmise stepped out of bounds. While we have a second, how about a flashback? Donnie Corley of Detroit King won the Mr. Football Award back in 2015. Do you remember this classic? How about Corley catching the game-winning touchdown to beat Lowell in the 2015 Division II state final? Look at that, huh?
He was a game changer. He was I think a year younger than me, and I remember watching him come up, and he was special.
But we had a bunch of good receivers in that era, really. I mean, a bunch of good receivers. You know, again, Grant, I think you know this. The secret is out in regards to this state producing players that are going all over the place. Before, hey, listen, kid going to Michigan State, kid like yourself going to Michigan, that's great. Well, all of a sudden, you got some of those big boys knocking. When LSU is recruiting in your backyard, you know you're doing something right. No gain on that play. Setting up a 2nd and 10 from the 35-yard line. Two receivers split each way. Let's see what King decides to do here. Back to pass, throwing far side of the field, incomplete. Intended receiver, Jesse Little, the sophomore, didn't really have a chance out there. As the corner looked like he jumped that route, Marquise Davis.
That was a really good job there out at cornerback number 2 there. Henry Perrymont with the drive. They're running some games up front on that defensive line. They're trying to find ways to apply pressure. They already have the benefit of these snaps going over a little high above Daryl's head, so they're just hoping that they can get home and cause a turnover here.
Trip, wide receivers, near side, one far side, 3rd and 10 for the Crusaders. They lead 18-14. Momentum creeping over to the far sideline, though. High snap, has to settle it down. Under pressure, he's going to step up and run. He's going to be brought down. Boy, it looked like he was a step away from maybe making that a big gain, but hey, give Cleveland Heights credit. Both sides of a bullet down there to be sure the Tigers recover it. Standing again, trying that wildcat. Boy, space outside, 1st down and more. Stepping out of bounds up around the 36-yard line. Once again, Amir Atkins kind of activating this offense for the Tigers.
And you got to kind of wonder, what was the discussion there at halftime for the Cleveland Heights Tigers? I mean, you went through 2 quarterbacks here in the first half. We didn't even know if Amir Atkins was a quarterback on the roster, but he comes in and has been absolutely changing the dynamic of this game.
Good news from Comerica Park. The Tigers just tied the game in the 9th inning, 4-4. Jake Rogers with a double. 1st down for these Tigers from Cleveland Heights. Handed it off now, nothing doing. Coming near side. No room out there for number 5, Marcellus Harris. He's brought down for no gain.
Really good tackle there by the middle linebacker. Chasing the ball, following the near hip, reading the blocks of the O-lineman, Christian Wheeler, number 18, the 5'11", 205-pound sophomore with a good, firm tackle for no gain right there.
2nd and 10 from the 35-yard line. Trip receivers far side. Shotgun formation again for Amir Atkins. Working out of that wildcat. Trying to set up the option. Not this time. He's going to keep it. Puts his head down. Punches his way past the 40-yard line. Good gain there. Gain of 6, setting up a manageable 3rd and 4 now.
Yeah, and it's hard. I mean, when you were a defense and a defensive coordinator, you come into a game assuming that the two players, Asher Ross and Justin Goldbolt, they're not scramblers, right? You don't prepare for this, and then all of a sudden, Amir Atkins gets thrown in the game. So if you're the defensive coordinator over here on King, you got to figure out a solution how to slow him down.
3rd and 4. Atkins, again, listed as a wide receiver defensive back, providing a spark for this offense. Sends a man in motion, fakes the jet, goes up the middle, 1st down and more. Look out, there he is in space again. Makes a cut at the 30, 20, 10, 5, touchdown. My goodness, this kid is putting on a show here, Grant.
Absolutely. We thought this was going to be the Marquise Davis show. It has turned into the Amir Atkins show. Talk about 3 straight touchdowns, totally flipping the dynamic of this game, taking the lead here in this 3rd quarter. I mean, if you just take a look at his lower body, he's got a solid lower body. He is running through this first line of the defense, 2nd line, untouched, gets to the safeties, and he's pointing out, hey, get this block, I'm here. Really good job by Amir Atkins, changing this game.
Walks over and says hello to our own John Kidd as well. Point after attempt forthcoming.
Williams to attempt the point after.
As Cleveland Heights takes their first lead of the game. Snap down, the kick is up, and the kick is good. So the first time tonight a PAT. And now it's a 21-18 lead for the Tigers.
And it's just a power read. You get the motion coming. You're going to get everyone to flow with the motion. And then all it takes is Amir Atkins to read it, cut it inside, and cut it back across the defense, circle the defense, and go lay down in the end zone. Maybe do a little snow angel. You deserve it, big fella. Amir Atkins for this 3rd touchdown of the game.
Well, now certainly the pressure on the Crusaders offense. And they've had their opportunities tonight. Make no mistake about it. They've come away after being deep in Tiger territory with no points, Grant. So you wonder if that's going to haunt them. But certainly enough time to rewrite the script to be sure for the Crusaders.
Yeah, if we learn anything, having this be our 4th game calling here at the Prep Kickoff Classic, is that these teams here that play at Tom Adams Field, they don't give up. So you can't count the King Crusaders out. You just got to find a way, if you're King, to limit the high snaps. That's messing up the timing and the rhythm of the offense. If you can get that snap into his chest, Daryl Flemingster here, that is, you have an opportunity to get in rhythm, but they got to find that rhythm here.
Crusaders behind for the first time, 21-18. Short kick taken about the 12-yard line, far side of field. Now coming to the near side of field, trying to cut it back up the middle. Great coverage down there. Great tackle, as a matter of fact, by number 23, Michael Beeman, the junior linebacker out there on special teams. Another man slow to get up, but he's getting up. Now going to drop to a knee there. That's Simon Williams, the junior running back linebacker on the special team side. So Detroit King will take over on their own 25-yard line. Tigers really coming alive here in this 3rd quarter. As we mentioned, leading for the first time tonight by a score of 21-18. Defense meeting on the far side of the field. About 3 hours from Cleveland to Detroit. It's been a few years since I've been to Cleveland, but went there for a few events back in the day. Always nice to drive over there and see the Tigers. Made that trip a few times with my son. Detroit King trying to look for a spark.
Speaking of Cleveland, growing up, I played AAU basketball with Grant Gilbert, son of Dan Gilbert, and we had an opportunity to spend a weekend. We do it every year. We go down to Cleveland Clinic, their facility, their practice facility. We spend the night there. Players weren't there, which is the only unfortunate part. But having that experience, that's my experience with Cleveland, and man, that's something I'll never forget.
Now, it's interesting. I've talked to a lot of guys that have played at a high level like yourself, and I've talked to a lot of guys that said, hey, yeah, I was a football player like you or a hockey player, but you know what? I like this sport better. Were you one of those guys? Was football your first love?
Actually, it was soccer. I got into soccer. That's I think where I got the athleticism from. And then once I found football, it was there. And then I got to say, lacrosse, I never played, but I always wanted to.
My son was involved in that. Boy, he loved that game. Absolutely loved that game. It is fascinating. I could sit here and name a bunch of guys I know here in Detroit. Darren McCarty, a buddy of mine, of course, longtime Red Wing, said baseball. I wanted to be a catcher. I loved Lance Parrish, member from the 1984 Tiger team. Always infatuated with catchers. That was his first love, to be sure. Glad to see the Tiger player up and walking off the field under his own powers. Again, that's junior number 42, Simon Williams. As the Crusader offense comes back onto the field, looking for a spark. They trail for the first time here tonight, 21-18. A ton of time left in this game. 3:54 left in this third quarter. Let's see if they do anything different here. Flags fly everywhere. I think this is going to go against Detroit King. Indeed it is. Not the way to start this. See the Crusaders kind of motivate each other, saying, come on, guys, let's get it together. Let's get it together. Right? Everything's okay. Let's get it together. We're fine. Two receivers split far side, one near side. First and 15 from their own 20-yard line. Boy, no help there. Snap came outside, and they were all over him quick, fast, in a hurry. They moved back another 5 yards, and all of a sudden, first and 10 turns into second 20, Grant.
Yeah, and I mean, Cleveland Heights, they're pinning their ears back, and they're predicting the play. They went double mug A-gap, so they got both of their linebackers on the line of scrimmage in both A-gaps, and they got 4 down linemen, 6 guys on the line of scrimmage. They got every gap covered. John Daniels Davis shoots through the gap, number 21, makes that tackle for loss.
Passing down here, one would think. Daryl Flemister. Shotgun formation on this second and 20. Another high snap, settles it down, throws near side, complete to the 20-yard line. Minimal gain, though, as the reception is made by Deontay Ellington. Should be a gain of about 5, setting up a 3rd and 15.
That's good to see Deontay Ellington get back in there. He went down with that cramp a little bit earlier. Cleveland Heights still showing that double mug A-gap, trying to provide pressure, hoping that one of these snaps, is another high snap over his head. But good throw right there by Daryl Flemister, getting it out, understanding the pressure's coming.
Trip receivers far side, one near side. Lone setback is Michael Dukes. Let's see what the Crusaders dial up here. And does Cleveland Heights bring the pressure? They rush 4. Looking, firing downfield, some contact. There's your flag. I don't think the Cleveland Heights coaching staff likes it. That yelling to the right of Grant Perry, I don't think they are applauding the official, but right in front of our broadcast vantage point, that's going to be an automatic first down.
Yeah, we're going to be able to see a good shot here. We'll see there was some contact. We'll see how significant it was.
On the defense,
that's number 3 cornerback, Laren Anderson.
Family Heating, Cooling, and Electrical. Family, not just the name of our company, but the way we do business. Family
Your
Heating.
attention, please. Tia Downs. Tia Downs. Please report to the
Not an automatic first down. It is now a 3rd and 5. 3rd and 5. Not the automatic first down. Trip receivers far side, one near side. King needs to convert. They need a little something positive right now. Showing blitz. They bring it. It's picked up. Single coverage, far side of the field. Tipped and almost caught. Great effort by Cal Meese, but he just couldn't come down with it. Check that. That was 5. I believe that was 5 out there. Was that Wyndham or Cal Meese? No, it was 6.
Yep, Cal Meese. Those numbers are getting scrunched up here as the night goes on. It's a little harder to see those black numbers. But, I mean, Cleveland Heights, they're pinning their ears back. They're saying, hey, if you got the guys, come beat us one-on-one. We're going to send the pressure in hopes that one of these snaps is over your head. Flemington gets the ball out, a little bit more air. Might have been a completion there, threw it. Good deflection there, but Kewan Reed, number 24, the defensive back for this Cleveland Tigers defense.
Punt this one away. High punt, short punt, looking for a Crusader bounce. And they get it, flag thrown. I think one of those away from the ball, contact, just unnecessary things. We'll wait for the officials to call that. It's down back at the 29, but I think being the key and operative word, the Tigers are going to get a few free yards here. I got bad news for you. Red Sox just hit a 2-run homer in the 10th inning. The Tigers now trail 6-4.
Oh, goodness.
Sorry to be the bearer of bad news.
That's all right. Someone's got to do it. I appreciate it, Sean.
Yeah, I've been in this business a long time. If I had my way, I would talk about nothing but wonderful things. A few more yards indeed, push them back to the 19-yard line, so that is where the Tigers take over. Let's see if they keep their secret weapon out there, huh? Indeed they are. Number 11, Amir Atkins. It's been the Amir Atkins show here. Much like last night, the Anthony Batante show, right? Yes. Amir Atkins putting on a show for the visitors from Cleveland Heights. Man in motion, Atkins, shotgun formation, keeper all the way. He's hit right about the 20-yard line and pushed back. I think first contact up there by about 3 different men in yellow.
Yeah, good job. Number 10 there, Michael Jobe, fills the gap, making sure that there's no extra room to run for Amir Atkins. Michael Jobe, one of these vocal leaders on this defense, a senior.
2nd down and 8. Trip receivers far side, 1 near side. We got a whistle here. See what the officials are signaling. Oh, is that what they're saying? Nope, we're good.
Play
Here
ball.
we go. I was worried for that lightning delay for a second. Trip receivers far side, 1 near side. Atkins in that shotgun. Gonna hand it off. Some space outside. Boy, it closed quickly. There's your guy. 10 again. Oh, how about Jobe? Michael Jobe all over that. Looked like there was some space, but he just chucked him down after a short gain, setting up a 3rd and long.
Michael Jobe filling the gap again. Number 77 for that Cleveland Heights Tigers O-line, Sandale Jackson with a great down block. Really seals the edge. And there's just nothing but room for the running back, but Michael Jobe fills and makes the tackle once again.
Waning seconds here of this 3rd quarter. 45 seconds, in fact. The Tigers from Cleveland Heights faced with a 3rd and 8 from their own 21-yard line. Atkins in the shotgun, looking over the defense. Man in motion. Keeper all the way and smelled out nicely. That time, the defense stayed home, Grant. Guess who again? That's your boy out there, right?
Yeah.
Michael Jobe, number 10, 3 tackles in a row.
Great job there by Michael Jobe. I mean, that was his series. He did a fantastic job. We got it down.
Oh, it's Atkins down on the field.
Oh, you hate to see that.
No, boy, oh boy. No doubt about that. Well, as we've said a few times here tonight, a lot of times it's just a case of a guy maybe cramping up. Thankfully, I hope you can hear me knocking on wood, thankfully we haven't seen anything catastrophic and guys have been able to get up. So 16 seconds remaining in this 3rd quarter. The Tigers are going to be faced with a 4th and 7, surely a punting down. I don't think they're going to go for it from their own 22. Crusaders should have a wonderful opportunity to get her going, start the 4th quarter. Good to see Atkins on his feet. Helped up a little bit by the staff. Now they're going to help him walk off a little bit. Nope. He says, that's on me. I'm going to walk off. That boy.
Love to see that. Love to see a guy run off on his own.
Hope you're okay, young man.
Sends a message to your team saying, I'm okay. Give me a play. Hopefully you get back in there.
You got it. So, clock is going to run. I think that's going to be the last play of the 4th quarter. Indeed, or 3rd quarter, pardon me. Indeed it is. Timeout on the field. We'll take a timeout as well. 4th quarter forthcoming. Don't you go anywhere. So glad you could join us here on the State Champs Network.
That's the end of the quarter. Media timeout.
At Hungry Howie's, we're famous for flavor, and this is our Chief Flavor Officer. Every hour of every day, our CFO obsesses over the tastiest ingredients to craft the most delicious flavored crust pizzas at the most unbelievable prices. And he's making this summer the summer of flavor. Try Hungry Howie's all-new Backyard Burger Pizza, or pick up a Pickle Bacon Ranch Pizza for a limited time only. Order a large for just $14.99 each.
Hungry?
Howie's!
At Alto Equipment, we know when it comes to getting your job completed on budget and on schedule, uptime matters. Alto Equipment has partnered with the biggest names in construction, including Volvo, Leeboy, Sonnebogen, Avant, ASV, and more to provide the state of Michigan with industry-leading service and support. Alto Equipment services all makes and models, and their technicians are available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Do you have a big project? Alta Rents has you covered with the most diverse rental fleet in Michigan. Give them a call at 844-GO-TO-ALTA today.
Welcome back here to Wayne State University as we get ready to kick off the fourth quarter. You might have heard of two pretty famous alumni that went to Cleveland Heights. It's Jason and Travis Kelsey. Jason graduating back in 2006 and Travis just 2 years after him. Both boys went on to play their college ball at Cincinnati, and then from there, Jason, of course, playing 13 years with the Eagles after retiring just last season. And of course, Travis Kelsey with the Kansas City Chiefs. And if you're a podcast listener and listen to podcasts, their podcast, New Heights, just might have a little play on their alma mater, guys.
Good stuff there. I haven't heard. Is Travis Kelsey dating anybody?
I don't know. Is he?
Not sure. Fourth quarter. Cleveland Heights about to punt this one away. High punt. Fair catch called for and made at the 40-yard line. So the Crusaders take over on their own 40-yard line after the fair catch by Deontay Ellington. Anybody's game here, Grant, no doubt about it, but certainly Cleveland Heights found a little something with Amir Atkins in that third quarter.
They definitely did, and hopefully he's okay. He went down, ran off on his own, so good to see that. But if you're Martin Luther King here, you got to punch back right now. You got to find something that's working, because right now you haven't moved the ball very well and you haven't been a threat on offense. So you got to push this thing back into their territory, try to get some points here on this drive.
Here we go. Daryl Flemister going to hand this off. Good hard run. Kind of gave a free piggyback ride for a few minutes there. Did number 8, Tayshawn Henry. Picked up 2. You always like those plays, though, Grant, where for all intents and purposes it should have been a 2-yard loss, but he ended up picking up 2 yards.
Yeah, you love to see it. The second effort, the drive with the legs, meeting in contact in the hole, keeping those legs driving. That's a hard-earned 2 yards right there.
2nd and 8 from their own 42-yard line. Another high snap, this time some space over the left side. Big hit right about the first down marker, but pushes Michael Dukes forward for a first down.
Michael Dukes coming into this year in 23 season had 980 rushing yards, 14 touchdowns, was an integral piece of that offense last year. Same goes for this year.
Player limping out there a little bit, John Allen Jr., kind of limping off the field. He is replaced by Don Spillers, lining up far side, along with David Camise. High snap again, handoff, lots of space, look out, up the middle, 35, 30, 25, 20, spins out of a would-be tackle, 10, 5, touchdown! Oh, baby, Michael Dukes. Oh, they're going to mark him down just short. Oh, they're going to mark him down just short, Grant. But what an electric run by Dukes.
What a run, and he stretched it. You got these big D linemen for Cleveland Heights. Run them lateral and then get north and south with one cut, and that's exactly what Michael Dukes does. Throws off Laren Anderson, number 3, the cornerback, fighting for the end zone. Good hustle play, tackling him short of the goal line by Marquise Davis, but not before a great run and a statement run by the King Crusaders and Michael Dukes.
And a good call by the officials, too, because as he stretched forward, what we can't see from our broadcast vantage point, we saw in that replay, that knee hit. So Good job again by the officials. 1st and goal for King. The handoff. Diving towards the end zone. He's just short. Just short. The give, I believe, was to Xavier Newsom. Was that 4 that checked in? It was indeed. The big defensive lineman. And he's just short. Let's see where they mark this. Yeah, it's about, what, a foot and a half?
Yeah.
About a foot and a half away?
Down to inches. We got Willie.
2nd and goal.
Willie Fletcher in to lead the way at blocking number 0.
Keeper opportunity, diving. Did he get in? Touchdown. What an answer by Detroit King to go back up top by a score of 24-21. Keeper from 1 yard out. And all of a sudden this near sideline is alive again. A lot of electricity down here.
That came at a very crucial time. King hadn't been moving the ball very well this second half. And then they give it to Michael Dukes, and he does the rest of the work right there. Great run. Way to get this team and this atmosphere and this crowd back into it.
Let's see if Damon Stennis can convert to make this a 4-point game. Snap is down, the kick is up, and the kick is good. So now it's a 25-21 game here as we take a look at this replay.
Watch this. Willie Fletcher, number 0, leading the way. It's just a tush push. Daryl Flemister does the rest of the work. He leads the way, sneaks in there, fits his little frame in there. Pushed by the big boys. Good way to get it across the goal line.
Hey, Hungry Howie's is a great partner of the State Champs Network's Mr. Football and Anvil Awards. Hungry Howie's, the original flavored crust pizza. Order your pizza at hungryhowies.com. I'm a big fan of scoregami. I don't know how many times we've seen 25 in a football game. Pretty hard to get to 25 in a football game. But here we are. Detroit MLK 25. And the Cleveland Heights Tigers 21. Ready to kick this off. Still a ton of time. And let's not forget, Grant, the entire fortunes of Cleveland Heights changed when they inserted Amir Atkins, wide receiver / defensive back end, in that wildcat type of situation on offense. Far side. After taking it near side, ran about 50 yards to carry that all the way up. Good field position to about the 43-yard line. So that is where Atkins and this Tiger offense will take over.
32, Garrett with the tackle.
Boy, we have been blessed with some good football games this weekend, haven't we?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, all these games come down to the wire. You see a lot of teams come out in the second half and do some changes to help them. And you see some teams that are trying to figure out how to get through the mistakes of week 1. And right now, it's good to see Amir Atkins back out here for the Cleveland Heights Tigers, as he's been the difference maker for this offense in this second half.
Atkins in that shotgun, 2 receivers split each side. Gonna keep it on the ground, nothing doing this time. Met in the backfield, struggled to pick up maybe a couple of feet there. Setting up a second, and we'll call it 9.5. Clock running 9:15 to go here.
Really good cross face by Xavier Newsom, the defensive end. Sees that the lineman step away. He crosses face, inserts himself in between that tackle and guard, gets a play on the backfield there. Ends up making it for a short tackle for a short gain.
2 receivers, near side, 1 far side. Atkins in that shotgun formation again. Keeper all the way. Puts his head down and takes a big hit. Kind of regrets that, I'm sure, because laying a hit on him was Stevens, the linebacker. Big hit after a gain of 1. And Atkins popped up as if to say, I'm okay, and then went right back down. He took a big hit out there.
Yeah.
Hope he's okay.
I hate to see him go down. That's the second time here in this second half. It's getting physical. Everyone realizes the time's winding down. Everyone's playing aggressive. Linebackers are flying to the football. Amir Atkins meets linebacker in the hole there, and that was a collision.
Timeout on the field. We'll take a timeout as well.
At Hungry Howie's, we're famous for flavor, and this is our Chief Flavor Officer. Every hour of every day, our CFO obsesses over the tastiest ingredients to craft the most delicious flavored crust pizzas at the most unbelievable prices. And he's making this summer the summer of flavor. Try Hungry Howie's all-new Backyard Burger Pizza, or pick up a Pickle Bacon Ranch Pizza for a limited time only. Order a large for just $14.99 each.
Hungry
Howie's! Boy, Hungry Howie's has been taunting us like for 2 days now. I see those commercials, right? Hi, Sean, remember me? You want some Cajun crust? I mean, that's what those commercials are saying to me. I might have to do that for my all-day college football watching. Nice to see Atkins off the field. He hopped off the field. We hope he's okay. But I don't know about you, Grant Perry. I mean that. I'm all-day college football.
Yeah, I can't wait. It's like Christmas. And if you're Cleveland Heights here, I mean, the formula has been an athletic quarterback that can get on the run. If Marquise Davis has enough gas in the tank, I'd stick him back there and let him run with it. But looks like they're going to bring in Asher Wilson, number 10.
Asher Wilson back in. They've used 3 quarterbacks 4 times, if that makes sense. Wilson back to pass, swings it out. Pass is caught at the 40. Good job just fighting his way up to about the 46-yard line. Good coverage out there, though. Once again, guess who?
Michael Jobe running sideline to sideline, playing aggressive, brings juice each day into practice, is what Coach Terrell Patrick really mentioned and said that he is always in the right place at the right time. And boy, is that evident here in this fourth quarter.
4th and 8 from the 45-yard line. Only 7:55 to go. I think they're going to punt this away. Marquise Davis comes out there, stands on his own 30. Gets it away, high, short punt. Going to take a big bounce for Cleveland Heights. Oh, that's just what the doctor ordered. Inside the 10, all the way down to the 6-yard line. Hey, the Construction Association of Michigan provides a vast array of resources, services, information, and training to our diverse membership in Michigan's construction industry. Go to buildwithcam.com for more info. You want to make a statement here, Crusaders? How about a nice long time-killing drive? Get those road graders out. And Grant, you already proved what a math major you are. How about 4 yards here, 4 yards there, 4 yards there? All of a sudden you have 12 and you got a fresh set of downs.
Absolutely. That's the formula. That's the old math equation right there.
Let's see what they decide to do here. 2 receivers far side. 1 near side, this time under center. Going to hand it off to the deep back. Trying to get over that 5-yard line. Not sure he got back to the line of scrimmage. I think they're going to give him forward progress to the line of scrimmage to Sean Henry. But that'll be a 2nd and 10. Clock running, 7:15 to go. I think it would be in the best interest of King to keep this for a little bit.
Yep. Chew the clock, control the line of scrimmage, try to get as many first downs you can on this drive, protect the football, no snaps over your head, especially right where they're at right here on the 6-yard line.
2 receivers split far side, 1 near side. Under center again for King. Handed it off. A little space out there. How about breaking out of that tackle? How about breaking out of another tackle? My goodness, 30. Makes it cut it to 35, 40, 50, 45, 40. 35, what a run by Michael Dukes. My goodness, that's a couple of highlight reel runs.
And they're running the stretch here. What do you got to do when you got D linemen that can penetrate? Get them lateral, find the cutback, and that's just what Michael Dukes does here. Great job of running through contact. Laren Anderson, number 3, the cornerback there with a missed tackle. They end up catching him there, runs out of gas. Not before he pushes this thing all the way into enemy territory.
That is a refusal to go down in a big run all the way up to the 30-yard line. Wow. Clock running, 6:15 to go. Crusaders going to take their time now.
And you got the big backs in here. Willie Fletcher, 0, leading the way at fullback. And Tayshawn Henry, number 8.
Deep back again, Tayshawn. Up over the 25, picked up 8 yards just like that. Tayshawn Henry. And now the Crusaders got to be feeling pretty good about this. It's amazing when you get yourself out of the shadow of the end zone. Handoff to Henry again, hit in the backfield, falls forward. I don't think he got to the 21. Going to be very close.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a little short. But what you like to see out of King right here is just moving the ball forward, continually gaining yards, even if it's 1 or 2, right? These things have been popping for you. You just stay with it. Keep trying to get those O-linemen to find the right blocks, get hands on the second level. You got an opportunity here to pick up a huge first down in the red zone.
Big third down here. 3rd and 2, 5:10 to go. Fake the handoff, looking near side, throwing incomplete. Oh my goodness, he had him out there. Curtis Perry. Flag on the field. I'm sorry, that was Tayshawn Henry. Thought I saw a flag on the field. No. So 4th down here.
Big play for Cleveland Heights. Last play, King tries to get on the edge with a little play action pass. Let's see if they keep it on the ground here with their bigger back.
Back in the shotgun. Clapping the hands once, clapping the hands twice. Now looking near side of the field. Huge 4th down here. Henry on his left hip. Keeper all the way. Puts his head down, dives for the first down marker. Did he get there? Boy, it's going to be close. It's going to be really close. Oh, he's going to be short. Yeah, he's going to be short, Grant. My goodness gracious.
Yeah, the far side ref came in, is pointing Cleveland's side, pointing their way.
Boy, the Crusaders still making their case. Let's see if they measure it. I think we're going to get an official measurement here. Officials timeout. I can see John Kidd and that magic camera making their way out there to get that field look to see how close this is. As they're going to stretch the chains out. Look at John. You see that? This is in real time. You are watching John Kidd do John Kidd things right now. Oh, is that going to be close? All right, what's your bet? Put your bet down.
I'm going to say it's good.
So am I. Let's see. No, sir.
Nope.
No, sir. About 7 inches. Big stop there by Cleveland Heights. And oh my goodness, in a position to control their own destiny the rest of the way. Tigers fall 7-5, about a mile away from here. Sorry to be the bearer of bad news. I think we are going to have a fireworks display in a few moments, as I remember having tickets for many years down there. Friday and Saturday night fireworks, right?
Yeah.
So here we go. Asher Wilson back at quarterback. Standing on his own 15. Throws it outside, bobbled, but caught. Dragged out of bounds about the, 19-yard line. That is Henry Perryman. Minimal gain. Matter of fact, no, it's gonna be a loss of about 1.5 yards. Setting up a 2nd and long. Clock stopped, though. 4:52 to go. Tigers control their own destiny, though. They got the ball down by 4. They go down the field and take off a significant amount of time and score. Well, that's one of those math problems. Handoff this time, going over the 20, up to about the 24-yard line. The give was to Marcellus Harris. Gives them a little room out there, setting up a manageable 3rd and 6.
Really good job there by the Will linebacker, the weak side linebacker, Michael Jobe, of tracking down the ball. That's an outside zone stretch to the field there. He tracks it down, stays in phase, and makes a good tackle.
Boys, he had a big second half,
Yes, he has.
Big 3rd down here. 3rd, and we'll call it 7. Asher Wilson in the shotgun. Back to pass, throws over the middle, incomplete. Decision time with 4:08. Do you go for it this deep in your end zone or you punt it away? and ask your defense to come up big one more time. I think they're going to send the Penning unit out there.
I agree with that. And you got 4 minutes. You got a D-line that really can cause some havoc. All you got to do is get one more stop. And the chances of you having better field position with a good punt here, if you get the ball back and a stop, is likely.
And they have 3 timeouts. That's a huge factor, no doubt. And for King, they're saying to themselves, give us a couple first downs. Just a couple first downs, keeping everything on the ground. Make them use those timeouts. Deontay Ellington stands on his own 40. Brings it in at the 37. Makes 2 men miss, another man miss. Look out, he needs a block. Into Tiger territory. Makes it cut at the 20. Finally brought down at the 16-yard line. Just what the doctor ordered by Deontay Ellington.
Talking with Coach Terrell Pratchett, he said we're going to have to make plays in the special teams game, and they did just there.
Hey, we have an East-West matchup for our next state champs Game Time Live. How about next week? River Rouge welcoming Muskegon Mona Shores next Friday, September 6th at 7 o'clock on the State Champs YouTube channel and on Local 4 Plus. Looking forward to it, partner.
First and 10 at the
16-yard line. Let's see if they go to ground and pound here. Just milk that clock a little bit. Pick up a first down and then really take your time inside the 6-yard line. Nothing fancy here. Keeping it on the ground. The handoff to Tayshawn. He dives forward. Gets to about the 15-yard line. Tayshawn Henry. Give him a gain of 1, setting up a 2nd and 9.
These linebackers for Cleveland Heights were flying to the football. D-line did a good job of getting the O-line off their marks. Linebackers saw the gaps, shot it, limited them to a minimal gain, if all.
Let's see if the Crusaders take their time snapping this ball. Milking that clock deep into Tiger territory. 2nd and 9 at the 15-yard line. Crusaders on top by a score of 25-21. I'd be stunned if they didn't keep this on the ground. Shotgun formation. Clap in the hand, another high snap. Keeper all the way. He's blown up. No chance. Those high snaps have kind of been trouble all night, no doubt. And Cleveland Heights now using one of their timeouts with 2:57 to go.
Yeah, if there's been a crux tonight for King and getting the rhythm going and finding a way just to avoid bad plays, it's been the bad snaps, and that's kind of slowed their offense down. As a quarterback, firsthand, you hear the guys talk about it. If the snap's not good, that's the first thing you're worried about, and that messes with the flow and the ebbs of the play.
So 3rd and 14, still 2:57 on the clock. Crusaders hanging on to a 25-21 lead. Take a look at King's schedule there. Boy, tough one coming up next week, huh? Renaissance, Cass Tech, Catholic Central.
I'll tell you one thing, if they watch that De La Salle film, they're going to say, hey, it's going to be exactly what we got in the second half with Amir Atkins running that football.
Yep.
And Anthony Patanti, number 9 for De La Salle.
Here's Cleveland Heights.
Well, they're coming to River Rouge here.
Yeah, look at that. Euclid, Medina, Mentor. Here we go. Big 3rd down here. 3rd and 14. Trip receivers far side. 1 near side. Dare they put it up in the air here? Let's see. Another high snap. Mr. settles it down. Looks over the middle. He's got a man inside the 5. First down. Big hit. But holding on to the ball for the first down. Down to the 3-yard line. Oh, baby. What a reception by John Allen Jr.
Check this one out. John Allen Jr. is going to run a slant from the right side. He's just going to be crossing the face of the quarterback. Daryl Flemister gets a good snap, which allows him to play in rhythm. Finds his receiver, John Allen, over the middle. And John Allen holds onto the ball, takes a huge hit from Keywan Reed, but puts them 1st and goal here inside the 5.
Well, the clock is running. I have a feeling the Crusaders are going to take their time snapping this ball. I could be wrong. Tigers now with only 2 timeouts. They're in trouble, though. 1st and goal from 3. Handoff. Surge towards the goal line. He's not going to get there. Michael Dukes. Now, I believe the Tigers going to use one of their timeouts. Indeed, they are with 2:08 to go. 2nd and goal for the Crusaders down at, let's see where they mark this. Grant, I think about the 3-yard line. Yeah, indeed.
Yep, looks about right. Big boy DeMarco Hutcherson got in there on that last snap. 53, the center. Put him at fullback, gave him an opportunity to go and get a block.
More Mr. Football success at Detroit King. Former Lion Darius Slay presented Daquan Finn with the hardware in 2018. Finn led the Crusaders to the Division III state final with a win over Muskegon. Finn is the starting quarterback at Baylor after transferring from Toledo. Boy, was he dynamic. Woo. Second and goal from the 3-yard line. I mean, if you're the Crusaders right now, if you score a touchdown, you go up 2 scores. If you're stopped short, you make them use another timeout. Double good. Going to keep this on the ground, diving towards the goal line, but not getting there is Dukes.
Dukes number 2 on the carry.
Let's see if they use another timeout here. They will not. The Tigers are going to keep that one timeout. And the Crusaders content to, I'm guessing, Grant, milk this clock for another 28 seconds.
I think you're spot on. I think they're going to milk the clock. They don't want to give this ball back to Cleveland Heights, with any time left. They want to try to put this thing in, go up 2 scores here, and leave as little time left as possible.
Let's see when they snap it. I bet you it's 1 or 2 seconds left. Is the fireworks happening at Comerica Park now? 3, 2. They wasted too much time. That's the last thing you want to do. Oh, boy. That's the last thing you want to do.
And for a couple reasons, right? Stops the clock. It's a free timeout for Cleveland Heights. It moves MLK back 5 yards.
Take a look at that. Nice job. Camera picking up those fireworks. The Tigers credit, they put on a show for the fans on Friday and Saturday nights. Now, you're absolutely right, Grant. Stops the clock, moves them back to the 8. Third and goal from the 8.
If you're Daryl Fleminster, you're just the first thing you want to do is secure the snap, secure the shotgun, and just go from there.
Put it back up in the air. Rolling out, throwing out. Pass is caught but hit immediately and brought down at the 6-yard line. Are they going to use a timeout? I think they're going to use their last timeout. Indeed, they are, the Tigers. They have no timeouts left.
Man, one thing has been true tonight is the secondary for Cleveland Heights. They hit, man. They're flying around, and they're not afraid to throw their shoulders in there and make some contact. That's for sure.
Boy, what a huge 4th down we have coming up. 4th and goal from the 7. I don't think the Crusaders are going to kick here. I don't. But my guess is they're going to go for it. Obviously, they score a touchdown. Pretty good chance this game's over, barring the catastrophic. If they're stopped, well, a lot of time on the clock for the Tigers to try to make some magic in the last minute of this game. Here we go. 4th and 7. And if you're stopped short, obviously the clock stops. Change of possession. The ideal thing for King, just put her in the end zone right here.
Mm-hmm. It's going to be a man coverage across the board here, probably some type of bracket coverage. Look for the DBs to pass off routes if it is a pass.
Mr. Shotgun on this 4th down. Back to pass. Pressure comes. Throws. Intercepted. Intercepted at the 2-yard line. Are they saying he caught it? Yeah, I think they're saying he caught it right at the 1.
He honestly should have batted it down.
Yeah, he should have, absolutely.
And that takes a little bit of IQ and a little bit of practice there. But here, they're running a pass play. Number 3 receiver runs a whip with that Deontay Ellington, number 3 in the alignment, and they're ready for it. They do a bracket coverage where if one goes in, number two's coming out and they're ready for it. And in that situation, if you're the DB, I mean, that's spatial awareness, understanding the game. You just want to bat that down and you gain an extra 8 yards, 10 yards there where that ball was originally snapped.
The Tigers have to go 99 yards in 1:01 with no timeouts. So, yes, an extra 6 yards, yes, it would be important. Let's make no mistake about that.
Yeah, because, I mean, now you're fighting. I mean, you're snapping this ball, and the ball's in the end zone here. Got to be safe with it. Asher Wilson's going to be coming out here for the Tigers at quarterback.
And with some of the missed snaps tonight, that could be catastrophic right here. Let's see. Wilson in the shotgun. 1st and 10 from their own 1. Going to try the jet coming near side. Some space out there past the 10. Oh my goodness gracious, out past the 30, pushed out of bounds. Oh, Henry Paramount just a step away from a Tony Dorsett.
Yeah, boy, man, it looked like he got to that sideline. Looked like he was going to start stepping down. I mean, the speed out of Henry Paramount looked great right there. Lead block by Marquise Davis. Unselfish football by number 1, Marquise Davis, out there blocking for his fellow receiver on the jet sweep.
They're going to mark him out of bounds at the 32-yard line. So still, let's make no mistake about it, a daunting task. 68 yards away. They need a touchdown. No timeouts, 53 seconds left. Asher Wilson has come in twice tonight in relief of other quarterbacks. Sends a man in motion, that's Perrymont, who just made the big run. 31-yard run. Wilson back to pass. All the time in the world. Here comes the pressure, thrown over the middle, complete to his tight end up around the 45-yard line. That is Landon Pohl, the senior.
They're going to try to spike this one and save some time here, get a play in.
Stop for a moment. You're absolutely right, Grant. Stop it with 42 seconds to go. 55 yards in 42 seconds. That's the task.
It's definitely feasible. I mean, we've seen crazier things happen, especially when Friday Night Lights come out. But if you're Martin Luther King, you just want to keep everything in front of you. Rally to the football. Time is your friend. Tackle them inbounds. Forces them to have to hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either A1, spike the ball, or A2, rush and hurry up a play. Just don't let them get out of bounds and have a chunk play here.
Wilson in the shotgun. Lone setback is Marquise Davis. 2 receivers split outside, 1 on the near side. Man in motion from the near to the far now. Wilson back to pass. Flags fly. Looking down middle. Intercepted. Intercepted by Jaden Wyndham. Now let's see what this flag is. I think it's going to be motion.
I think you're right, Sean.
Let's take a look. Illegal motion. Penalty is declined. And Detroit King is a victory formation, kneel away from coming away with a thrilling 25-21 victory. Take a look here, Grant.
Jaden Wyndham just going up, and you're taught, go get it at its highest point. And he does just that. The tone setter, this 6'1", 180-pound junior with the game-closing interception.
The best formation in football, victory formation. Coaching staff for Detroit King a little fired up here. Here we go. 1 kneel down, and this one's over. There's the knee, and there's the game. The final score here tonight. Detroit, Martin Luther King Crusaders knock off the number 10 team in Ohio and come away with a 25-21 victory over the Cleveland Heights Tigers. We'll come back with some final thoughts after these messages on the State Champs and Local 4 networks.
a high score.
A big win.
These things are impressive.
But it's what you don't see that counts.
The years of honing our skills.
The late nights and early mornings.
Pushing through even when it hurts.
The teamwork.
The dedication.
You don't see the hours of practice our team puts into winning games, but it pays off on the field.
And you don't see the years of practice our attorneys put into winning cases, but it pays off in the courtroom. The Detroit Lions.
And 1-800-CALL-SAM.
Winning for you.
Oh, what a dandy here tonight. Grant, we were blessed all weekend. We saw 4 fantastic games. The nightcap here tonight, Detroit King comes away with a 25-21 victory, and our own Kara Lyles sitting with a guy that was outstanding tonight, number 2, Michael Dukes. Kara?
Hey, well, 2 major touchdowns for you tonight, a couple big run plays. What was working for you offensively?
I had to say my O-line, man, and then the play calling with my coach, Norrell Nolan. Man, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I got to give a huge shout out to my O-line. Yeah, we were practicing all week for this game, man. You know, preparation, man. That's all I can say.
You guys also had some very important plays on special teams tonight. Just how key were those matchups to win this game?
I had to say very key. Like, we made our plays, man. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, we executed our plays. That's all I can say. Yeah.
Hard-fought game 1 here. What are your takeaways moving forward?
Probably. Try to cooperate on third downs. You know, try to not to punt more than twice. And yeah, that's really it.
Game.
Thank you.
Great stuff, Kara. There's the celebration down on the field. The Crusaders come away with a 25-21 victory. Grant Perry, some final thoughts before you and I jump in a nice cold shower?
I mean, this game was a great game. King gets out to a fast start. Looks like they're going to run away with it. Second half, Amir Atkins for Cleveland Heights finds some spark, finds some rhythm, but it's Martin Luther King that finishes strong, gets this W here at Tom Adams Field tonight.
Well, what a fantastic couple of days. Can't thank our friends with the Detroit Sports Commission enough, and certainly our hosts here at Wayne State University. The best staff in the league, appreciate them. Appreciate our friends from Local 4 for being a part of this. Seriously, this is awesome that you've been part of this ride, and you're going to be part of the ride all year. Kara Lyles down on the field. My pal Grant Perry. Grant, have a wonderful weekend, a great Labor Day weekend. Spend some time with your lady and that beautiful dog.
Thank you. Enjoy college football tomorrow, brother.
Oh, I'm going to. For everybody involved, my name is Sean Belegian. Thanking, most importantly, you for inviting us into your phones, your laptops, your tablets, whatever the case may be. Your final score here tonight. The Crusaders from Detroit Martin Luther King come away with a 25-21 victory over the Cleveland Heights Tigers. Good night from Tom Adams Field in Midtown Detroit.
State Champs Sports Network is presented by Lawrence Technological University. Be curious, make magic. Visit ltu.edu today. State Champs Game Time Live is delivered by Hungry Howie's Pizza, home of the original flavored crust pizza. State Champs Game Time Live is also brought to you by Reaction Technologies. Up your game. Go to reactiontechnologies.com for more information. The Construction Association of Michigan, the voice of the construction industry in Michigan. Alta Equipment, Michigan's #1 construction equipment provider, proudly representing the industry's top brands. Get the right equipment for your project every time with Alta Equipment. And the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.